Yo, what is good? THD podcast episode 46.
I'm just gonna stop naming them because I always forget.
Hey, we're in the 40s, and also so is Baca.
Yo.
Jokes.
Can you cuss on this podcast?
Yeah, man. Do whatever you want.
With a face like that, I want to be talking shit. And I want to be laughing slum because you really are in the 40s.
Shit.
Yeah, so
Jokes over here.
something a little different, something we haven't really done on this platform before. How many are we? 5?
You can't count?
I can't. You know this. 5
It's
of
that
us.
CSUN education paying off.
There you
dude.
go. LA public schools. Shit. Keep on marching, y'all. So yeah, definitely something that we haven't really done on this platform before. I'm excited. Young Baca Productions crew is here, right?
Young Baca Productions here.
Yes, sir. And you also represent Cali Waves Music Group as well.
Yeah, Cali Waves Music Group, 498, Slum the Resident.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my man Lego.
Yeah. Shout out to Lego.
Lego.
Man. Too sensitive to come through. So
No way.
Shout out to Buddy.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
Shout out, buddy. So, let me get the breakdown of what exactly is the Young Baca Productions mission statement for the company.
Go for it, Baca.
hit it, dude. So Young Baca Productions wants to provide opportunities for independent artists that aren't usually given, that weren't given until this platform was created. The Cali Waves Music Group wants to produce quality music. Anna Baca Foundation help our community. We feed people during Thanksgiving.
Correct.
We support a group home, things of that nature, and that's what we're doing, man. And we're happy to be here. Happy to have you on board. Really looking forward to this conversation, man. I appreciate all the work you've been doing for the We the West Live podcast.
Yes.
I know you're out there when it's cold. I know you're out there when it's raining. I know you have.
Yeah, Buddy got to pay his due. His process.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
good,
process.
good for you, man.
Got to, man.
And I know you have
Process.
500 people coming up to you saying that they want to get interviewed. You drag your girlfriend down to us, which she can't be happy to spend a Friday night at a place like the Airliner. So thanks for that, man.
She's holding it down, definitely.
No, but he's grinding. You're grinding. You're building it up. But it's a process, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That is, all these artists getting to know who you are, seeing your platform, reaching out, networking with you. It's good. It's good growth, and it's good for you to start from the bottom, move your way up.
100%.
So
that's the whole mentality I took while approaching it. Like, I was like, there's no numerical value to.
But you could say that Young Baca Production put you in a good position.
No, exactly. There's no,
Right?
you know what I mean. It's
And
like,
that's
And tell the story. You didn't want to do it, right? You were hesitant.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I was hesitant. Like, we had just Julian did the interview for Young Baca, and then at the end of it, he asked me if I'm down to do the live podcast, and I was like, shit, like, I don't know if I'm ready for all that, because I didn't even understand like to what capacity it'll be and all that. So I was just thinking like let me just think this through for like a few days. And then I was like, fuck it, like, why not?
So check it out. So while you were thinking about all that process, Baca and I already had that process for probably 3 to 6 months prior, talking about how we're going to bring something else to We the West.
Word.
And we talked about We the West podcast. We're going to do that.
Word.
But it wasn't, we had to make sure we could find the right person and the right crew to really step into that. Because at the end of the day, it's a good look.
No,
because we're
100%.
gonna put the spotlight on you. We're gonna get everybody to introduce you, and it takes Baca scout you out, saw what you're doing. So it was a good look, man. You've been doing
from the
it.
streets.
Yeah, man. Plus, you're from Panama City, from the 818.
Yeah,
Me and
818.
Mike, we both go hard for our community, 818.
818,
You know what I'm saying?
Sir, all day.
Slum's from gentrified Echo Park. So,
Gentrified.
do you want to tell me about how you had that post that went viral?
Oh, yeah.
When you were spilling your soul. Did you see that post on his Facebook?
You know what?
the
Talk that shit.
Talking to Mike.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. Like when I okay.
Tell them about the post first.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get it, Slum. Let's talk about it. This is your opportunity.
Okay. Look, there was okay, Echo Park and Sunset. You know what I'm saying? Gentrified.
Talk to
Bam.
Mike a
You know
little
what I'm saying? Echo Park and Sunset gentrified. Bam. You know what I'm saying? You got people walking around with their little lattes and their little poodles walking around. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Some of them look like they're models for vintage stores
the
and shit.
quinoa,
But you know what I'm saying? Okay, so all that's taking place, right? But once you look behind that, there's a wall right there, and the wall is like dead smack on Sunset and Echo Park. Well, it had some gang writing right there. It said, "Welcome to Echo Park. Now go home, or now leave." My bad. But So I seen it. I took a picture of it. I posted it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I didn't really post it like with any type of negative intention or anything like that. I was just talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
It was thought out shit.
Yeah, well,
it was thought out. You didn't just fumble into it.
Well, no,
it was thought out.
It was thought out, but it wasn't really meant for like
you threw jabs.
Oh yeah, I definitely threw jabs, but I didn't like I did it more.
No, you did it on purpose.
Yeah, no, I definitely did it on purpose.
I'm trying to steer you in the right direction. I
definitely did it on purpose. I definitely did it on purpose. I was definitely talking my shit, but
facts.
I have like friends that are hipsters that I've grown to know in the neighborhood. Word. So I mean, I'm talking my shit, but at the same time, like,
but they were facts.
Yeah, they were dead ass facts. But it was more of in a jokingly way, and I think people misinterpreted it and then took it into they spun it. So I mean,
it went viral. It went viral.
Wait, so what was the video?
What happened?
So what happened in the video?
All right, so he put up a post, and it was a picture of some graffiti on a wall. And Slum came out and was like, take your lattes, take your poodles, get your shit out. This is Echo Park. He was going hard on it, all right?
Yeah, I was.
So,
you know what, though? It popped more on Facebook than it did on Instagram. Like, Instagram, it got like 500
And the reason
likes.
why is because Facebook is a land of more sensitive people.
Yes.
So you actually hit home on people.
Oh, yeah,
when they read it, they felt the type of way. Because they weren't from Echo Park. They moved into Echo Park.
Yeah.
All right? They raised the rent. So... But yeah, it was
like
cool.
those, you could repost things on Facebook too, right?
And then
I don't know
on
Facebook.
Facebook, it's your friends and it's your family.
Yeah.
So Slum had his friends who feel the same way that he feels. They reposted it. I'm sure he was some friends with some hipsters on Facebook. They reposted it. Then no hipster friends reposted it.
There we go. Let's see what it says.
Read it. There we go.
I'm gonna read it. It says,
Wait, hold on. I like that he says, "Oh, I post a little something." This is like two Bilka
That's what I'm saying.
Like, "Oh, I did a little something."
We're just talking about shit.
I'm
talking to shit.
Look. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Take your yoga mats, your kombucha, your jackfruit tacos, your soy lattes, your bad news bears fashion, your bad hygiene, and get your rude hipster asses the fuck out of here. Y'all are the reason so many families have been displaced, and the reason rent is so fucking high. Y'all seek culture, find it, settle, and wash it all away. And y'all have the nerve to walk around the neighborhood and look at us like we don't belong. Y'all should just pack your shit up and go back to your little loser towns, back east or in the middle America or wherever the fuck y'all call home.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Lizzie, go.
Lizzie. And then out of nowhere, it just took off. You know, you had people in their feelings, leaving comments.
Yeah, that shit was like 785 comments.
Wow.
1.3 thousand likes. I don't know how many fucking shares, but it was a cool amount.
And then what did
It was
Young
out of
Baca
nowhere.
do? What did Young Baca do? Young Baca commented, Cash App, $, Slum the Resident.
Yeah, that was tight. Yeah, how many shares though? I don't know. It doesn't say and shit, but I know it was like 800, 900 shares or some shit. Like,
It was dope.
yeah, I swear my intentions weren't even to get that type of a response or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I just was talking my shit. You know,
Just talking your truth.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. And you know what's crazy is I'm talking my shit, and there's a lot of hipsters that I know, a lot of millennials, whatever y'all want to call them. There's a lot of them that I know that have just recently moved to Echo Park, and yeah, I've grown to know them. You know what I mean? We've built a relationship, whatever the case may be, and they feel where I'm coming from.
But they gotta go, right?
Huh?
But they still gotta go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They still gotta go.
But you know what though? There's different classes, bro. That's the crazy shit. There's different classes of these fucking hipsters. You know what I'm
do you
saying?
mean?
Because there's the hipsters.
Like there's schools that like educate them.
Nah,
to how
bro.
to be a
Look,
hipster?
no. What I'm saying is like there's levels. It's like there's like levels, bro. And yeah, see, I was new to this shit. I was like, y'all are the same. They're like, nah, bro, we're not the same. I was like, what you mean? Bro was like, yo, there's some of us that come here. You know what I'm saying? Because we want better opportunity. You know what I'm saying? There's more resources out here. You know, things like that.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do out here. But we didn't come here off of mom and dad's money. Like, we struggling too. There's like 4 or 5 of us in a fucking apartment. You know what I'm saying? We all struggling to pay the rent. The rent is mad high.
But they chose that, though.
Exactly.
You chose to be born into a family with 5 kids.
Exactly.
They chose to move to LA with no money, no job, and live that lifestyle.
And that's where that comes in.
Like, that's what's so beautiful about America. You could.
Definitely.
Bill can dream.
All right.
Bill can dream.
But yeah, man, that's something like right there that just popped off with Slum
Yeah,
talking
you know
his
what I'm
shit.
saying? I just like to talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean no harm, no nothing like that. No harm, no foul. Like,
But there was a time in your life where you meant harm.
oh yeah, definitely. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Psh, off top.
Not definitely. I share those same sentiments when it comes to gentrification. Well, we're not those same sentiments.
Does that shit
But,
happen
like,
here in the valley? Like, is
it
Tell him
Panorama,
what
that's
you
just coming,
Tell
bro.
him what you just
It's
said to me on
coming.
the phone right now.
I said the valley is trash, bro.
Man,
Like,
get this
I
guy
did
off
say
the
that. I
podcast.
did
I'll
say
keep it
that.
real. This little pocket where we're in right now,
Bro.
we're in a little suspect
That's
pocket.
racist, though, right?
I'm gonna keep it real in that pocket.
Why is that?
I'm just saying that's just the pocket right here.
I feel you. Yeah, I don't know. This place is a little monumental right here. This
This is it.
Rincon right here. Like,
This is the Plaza del Valle, bro. This is it. Like,
yeah.
you don't want to
This
say
ain't
fuck
it.
the Valle,
And
the
then-
Valley,
and
the
then-
Plaza del
all
Valle.
right, and then you got over here the swamp meet right across.
It's
No,
not
well,
me,
you
we
know what I'm
got
saying? And
food
it's
for
not even that
less.
the valley is trash because the valley shows me a
Parthenia
lot of
Park.
love. But
Yeah.
you know what it is?
Yeah, it's different pockets of the valley.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like
But that's like anywhere, though, right?
I guess the reason why I fucking consider the valley trash is because when I drive through here, I'm always fucking kind of lost, bro. Like the streets end up north and south, and then east and west up the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, they don't. You're going all over the.
So
fucking
now we
place.
trash because we can maneuver through traffic.
No, it's not, you're not maneuvering through traffic. I'm saying that the streets are trash. You know what I'm saying? The direction.
This
that
ain't
they
the
go
pocket.
in.
This ain't the pocket right here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
I love the 818.
I do. I love the A1A too. You know what I'm saying? I do.
Yo, what do you guys feel about, like, I know what you feel about gentrification and shit, but what do you guys feel about culture vultures in the game?
Go ahead, Slum. Tell me how you feel.
I don't know. It is what it is. You know what
Um,
I'm saying? There's that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's the guy that there's the black guy that sings corridos. Is he a culture vulture?
I don't know. I don't.
He's stacking up, though.
You feel me though? You feel me though? Hey yo.
Okay. Also,
fuck with
okay,
him, bro.
we
I
could
fuck with
go for real on this. You we really want to have this conversation about culture vultures?
I mean,
You,
yeah.
all right. So, okay, people could say, you ready?
You're so scared of Mike.
So check it out. Check it out.
You're like, oh,
people
yes.
could say that Young Baca Productions are culture vultures.
Stop
Why?
that shit.
How are young Baca?
Why?
versus
You know
culture
why?
vultures?
Because I'll tell you this. Because from the outside, they're looking at us. We're a business, all right? That we're making money off of hip hop,
Right.
And we're not doing it for the culture, all right? So people will look at it that we're taking. But what we do what we also do that we give these opportunities out. So we
Yeah.
do it. But
Yeah,
there's still
people-
people. But there's many shows that you go to,
Yeah.
all right? There are free shows just for the culture. Buy a T-shirt and you can rock. Just
But there's
be
places
part of
that,
group-
that don't even, like, it's just, I feel like people who are saying that probably don't know what the word means.
They don't, but they look at it as some people look at it as takers.
But people wanna get
instead
mad
of
for
looking at it
everything.
as a business.
Yeah.
So when people come and look at our resume, they could see that in a couple of weeks we're going to be giving out the total will be $8,000 to independent hip hop that has won tenfold. That means that's 4 different winners.
Right.
All right. Facts is also that all the winners that have won tenfold. All right. I'm not a fan of their music. So there's no bias.
Right.
Me saying who picking it. They won it fair and square. We're giving an opportunity out. We also going to do, for the 5th time, we're going to do Cali to New York, which we took an independent artist, flew them out to New York, and give them opportunities that doesn't come out. They'll link up with Hot 97, Power 105. They'll do 2 shows. We did shows in Brooklyn. We did shows in Manhattan. And we do promo run, and we give them the same opportunity as us. So there's things that we do in our resume that shows that we give back. Plus, we give back to our community. We have done for 4 years?
4 years now. Yeah.
4 years. Every Thanksgiving, we have supplied 10 meals. And this past one right here, we supplied more family because we had so much. We had money donated to us, plus people donating items that we were able to feed more families than we did. So we give back to our community and a Baca Foundation. And
you see, well, I don't understand how how that whole culture vulture label could even be placed.
because people just want to get mad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really.
Or they don't like you guys.
There's a lot of
They're
OGs
jealous.
that are upset. I don't know if OGs is the right word, but there's a lot of people that came before us that are upset that we're making a living off of hip hop when they weren't able to do it. So it's easier for them to look in them.
They're just haters.
It's easier for them to say, taking advantage of the culture
So-
instead of looking in the middle.
okay,
saying,
but that's
"Did we do
why
wrong?"
I would say that in the West Coast, our underground independent, it's behind.
Yeah, why?
Like if you go, and that's the reason, because these OGs, they're not really reaching back and bringing them back
I
up.
see.
They're still asking, what's for me, what's for
Yeah,
that, what's for this.
100%.
So what we're trying to do is we're not. we're not the first. We're not going to be the last. But what we're trying to do is trying to change the culture on reaching back. Like, I didn't know you.
Exactly.
All right. But we're going to give you a great opportunity. And it's up to you to blow your opportunity. So at the end of the day, you could never say that Young Baca Production did not give you a fair chance.
That's what I don't understand. Because the fact that.
Because you're smart.
You guys put me in the room. Thank you. You guys put me in the room with the people. Like, I'm in the building. You know, what more do you need? Like, let's say for like the people that you guys book underneath the headliners, like, you're still giving them the opportunity to rock a show with like an artist that before you guys hitting them up, they would have never even imagined they'd be even in the same presence of.
If niggas would just put their pride aside and worked with us, they would see that everything is all beneficial and that we do for the culture. We ain't taking shit from the
And this is a good
bro.
thing. My man Slum's been grinding for many years independently, doing this on his own.
Word.
He has rocked with many people in the scene in California.
Exactly. Yo, man, I've worked with so many promoters. I've worked with so many different artists. I've gone on tour with the Do It For Music, with the JDS, and Cypher Effect family. I've done all of that, bro, and I'm gonna keep it fucking dead ass real, bro. I've done shows with Big Rob the Champ. I've done shows with Underground Hip Hop Blog. I've done all of them shows, bro, and yeah, they all for the culture and they all represent hip hop. But ain't nobody giving fucking 2 racks and ain't nobody giving no fucking trips, bro. Young Baca Productions is giving that shit to people. So for everybody that says that we taken from the culture or that we just bloodsuckers or yada, 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 y'all niggas is just mad. Y'all just mad because you can't get the bag. Y'all mad because you don't got the fucking numbers to bring people to win those trips, and that's the bottom fucking line, bro.
Right. And for like I would say for my man Slum right here, he has been grinding with us and seen it. What we were doing, and then how we're trying to take the music thing to the next level and doing it as business.
Yeah,
we're businessmen trying to make a living independently, self-made ourselves.
Definitely.
We're not looking for somebody to give us this. We're trying to learn this shit ourselves and do it ourselves. So through that process, my brother and I, buddy Antoine from 498, we've been doing music for many, many years, and so we created a label called Cali Wave Music Group.
Correct, yes.
And so we could put our own music out professionally under a label, do it the right way.
Right.
And what we did is, one thing I say is different about what our approach is, we're doing project deals with artists. So labels want to do artist deals. They want to own the artist. All right. I don't want to own the artist. I just want to own the project with the artist. It's a project. So that means, so I could do a project with this person, that person. That person could work with whoever they want. So during that thing, Slum is part of a project deal through Cali Waves Music Group. He has seen us grind, seen us been doing it. So Slum's part of it. I have other projects that we have put out under our label, and Slum could work with whoever he wants to work with.
Yeah.
All right? Because our goal is that my goal is to make it the best projects possible, that it's a stepping stone to something better.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so big about these deals right now with artists. They want to own the artist, everything about the artist.
360 deals.
Yeah. They're going way beyond 360 deals, bro.
Let's continue on this culture vulture conversation. And Leo Cohen, for the creation.
So you're going over Damon Dash and all that stuff.
No, I'm not saying if Damon Dash is right or wrong. I'm saying I want to put it into context. A 360 deal for somebody. Like, basically, let's say
it's business.
6 months ago, you guys offered me a 360 deal, but I was guaranteed to be.
But the guest thing about it, bro, you already signed your life away to us. Serious. So,
but like that, I was guaranteed to be the #1 podcast and whatever in America. You know, whatever. But you guys take my whole likeness. I can't do nothing. I literally can't do nothing because you guys own my likeness and that's my identity. You know, everything I have to do that's monetized, you guys have to get a cut of it.
So check it out.
And if that's a 4-year deal, but I had nothing to begin with, maybe I'll take that.
So every contract could be rewritten. You just got to make sure that you have a good lawyer. You have somebody looking after your best interests. And so these artists, imagine right now somebody coming in here and they're saying, yo, bro, we're going to give you $1 million.
Yeah.
All right? You're signing, bro. Those are big facts. You're signing.
Facts.
I mean,
Okay.
a kid like me has to.
Okay, no. So all these kids, these talented kids, they have to also.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel that.
So they do these things because they think they're gonna flip that 1 million, and and make it bigger. But the record company, everything costs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to get you don't want to take the bus. You want to take a flight. That's going to cost you. You want a red camera instead of what we're using tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to cost. All right? Everything adds up, and they all want that money back. So it's the business. So if he wanted to, the deal that he created to get these artists to sign, it's up to that artist to make that decision if they wanted to do it. Or they could do it the hard way, independently. Go out here and hustle and create enough chips in your hand that when you go back to a label, they have to offer you more.
Yeah. Now, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go for it.
But if you're getting the attention of Larry Cohen, you probably don't need a fucking deal. You could probably do it on your
Yes.
own.
But it's the machine. So there's
definitely.
so you have your well-known, let's say, atmosphere. All right? Well-known, underground. All right. Some people might say he's a legend, OG, all that stuff, all right? But he's not mainstream. He's still in that underground level, making a living, making a good living off of it. But if he had Sony, a big label behind him pushing it, he's going to be able to reach a lot more people directly.
Yeah, but maybe Sony or the big company or the big machine doesn't see the potential that he has.
So check this out. Right now, I'm not going to say no names or anything. All right. So right now, I have a buddy, all right, that is on a tour. And his tour is, all they're doing is flying into certain cities and putting on showcases just for execs. The only labels and execs, people, investors. All right. They got a label, a distribution that gave them some money to go travel and hit these pockets, to go get more money. All right? This is a different level.
Yeah.
This is a totally different level.
Definitely.
All right, for them to go and put this performance, they have to fly their whole team. It might cost $7 to $10 grand to get their squad out there to put this show on in a banquet that is just, all they're going to do is probably 4 maybe artists is going to perform.
Suits and ties, all suits and ties.
Yeah, all suits and ties, and they're all bidding who wants to invest money in it. And they're going from city to city to city to gain enough money, and then these deals get bigger. Who's going to run them? These are investors, and it's different. So what we do at Young Baca Productions, we go to other locations. We do these shows in Canada. We're doing very similar on a smaller level.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's people out there, and this is how the machine works. If you want to be on the radio, if you have $250,000, you could get to an artist, and you could shadow that artist for 2 months and pop. If you make good music and you have $250,000, you could pop. You could make it happen.
All right, so hold on. But what do you think about, like, now it's a lot easier for smaller artists to blow up just from the internet, just from SoundCloud or whatever?
Yeah, but that's still luck.
Yeah, that's luck.
That's still
the
luck.
of the draw, bro. That shit ain't. How many internet rap? I don't
There's
like
a
to
lot
label
of
that.
good
I don't like to
music
label
on
them that.
there.
Like the SoundCloud
I don't
rappers.
like to label them
Yeah.
that shit, but
There's
how many
a-
internet or SoundCloud rappers are there? If you type up Lil or Young, you gonna get 10,000 motherfuckers, bro. So do you honestly think all of those kids are gonna have? The
Yes,
same
they're
type
getting
of,
they're getting views
You
on
really only got, like,
SoundCloud.
one-
Yeah.
But guess what?
chances
They got
not.
awesome
it's
a hell
the
of
pick of the litter, bro.
Instagram.
It's just the luck
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the
like
Twitter.
but it's all part. Like, if an artist can manage himself, I feel like he can still make it without having being like feeling.
You
to
have
be
to have the
pressured.
ambition and
Yeah, you need to
understand
be
and be
hungry,
willing
too.
to take a no.
And then how many of those artists are actually
Still.
serious and gonna do this shit day after
But
day?
that's how you filter the good ones from the bad ones. That's always gonna happen.
But it's kind of hard.
But
to
music
filter.
is music.
It is, but
you can make
if they're not like hungry for it, they're not gonna do it. That's pretty much. I feel like that's as simple as it gets.
I think that goes for anything.
Exactly.
If you're not hungry, but there's a lot of hard ass workers out there that there's a lot of people that went to college and bust their ass in college that don't got a job right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and they really invested in
Yeah.
themselves. All right, and then which is going to probably take them 20 to 30 years to pay back, and they don't have a job. All right,
Yeah.
so it goes for hip hop. There's people that make really good music and never can make another good song again. So I think it's hit
Like
and miss
Eminem?
on like who?
Like Eminem.
But the
Just
Eminem.
kidding.
So check it out. Eminem.
It's interesting. He's
So Eminem he's going to get respect to what he did in his beginning. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I think what he does right now is he's still too far ahead of everybody what he's doing, and he
I think it's like safe to say he's past his prime. Like,
Yeah,
He's,
I think.
Yo, you
No, bro.
disrespectful little motherfucker that's gonna talk
Yo,
about
first of all,
Eminem. Who's your favorite rapper?
I don't know. Probably Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, Kendrick is a good one, but you still said I don't know.
I
20 years ago,
There's a
you
lot of
asked-
them.
20 years ago, you asked anyone who the favorite rapper is?
They probably say Eminem.
95. No, I won't say 95.
No, I'll say Eminem is
75%
still
of
up
people
there.
said Eminem, dude.
Yeah.
The problem is,
I
that
mean-
you see what you see now. You want Dale when people going nuts. You want Dale when people going crazy over
I
Eminem.
was, and I still wasn't crazy.
I still think Eminem's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
but
he is.
I buy it.
There's
I
no
hate to
doubt
break this to
that
you. I hate to
that
break this to you, some. You're not Eminem's demographic, though.
I'm
You know what I'm
not,
saying?
I'm
Okay.
I still feel
Maybe earlier
Prodigy is my
Eminem
favorite
was.
rapper.
Yeah.
Prodigy is my
Rest in
favorite
peace,
rapper.
Prodigy, yeah.
I think, you know what I'm
R.I.P.
saying?
Prodigy.
So I mean, but I get it though. I get what you're saying. Like Eminem, like there's a lot of artists you could tell like you had your run, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I get it. I get
Yo,
it.
but I think that
But my bad. I don't mean to
Yeah,
cut you
no.
off. But at the end of the day, bro, no matter what the fuck Eminem puts out, it's gonna fucking sell, nigga.
and there's no
Oh,
denying
yeah.
his impact. I'm not saying I'm not
but-
like trying to minimize.
But check
his
this out.
impact
But the
or
good
anything.
thing about this is about music.
yeah,
Maybe Eminem's not making music for you.
true. I feel
Okay.
That's probably
so.
it. Yeah,
And that was one of my biggest lessons I learned in music.
Mm.
All right. I make music. I think I got good taste in music, and I say, oh, I think this guy is whack. I don't like it. And then I see this guy has 70 people knowing his lyrics on this. So I say, that was a really hard pill for me to swallow. And say, you know what? The music that my son listened to, he's 14 years old. What he listened to, they're not making that music for me. They're making music for him.
Yeah.
It's for him. So
Yeah.
for me to really judge a person, so when I sat there with my son, I said, all right, this is his verse. Here's his hook. Oh, he got a bridge in there. Okay, they changed it. I said, you know what? The structure of the song. I see the structure.
Yeah.
I recognize the structure.
he's got great song
He got good
structure.
there.
Yeah.
I don't like the content of it, but that's not for me. All right, being all depressed, all these music. Oh, that's what it is. That's what kids like now.
Yeah.
That's not for me. But guess what? Lil
That's-
Uzi,
But that's music in
ridiculous.
general. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
He is on a different level
Yeah.
and stuff. So, and I had to learn that through my son. I thought his music was terrible till I really started looking at his shit.
What music is terrible to you?
I listen to everything.
Yeah, I listen to everything, bro.
but who's like out right now that's trash? Like that you
Like, that
completely
you just don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will say Blueface.
See,
Okay,
I can't
good.
even say that. I probably would have said that 2 weeks ago. I can't say that right now.
And
You
the
know
reason
what?
why-
Shout out to
I'm gonna
Blueface,
say-
my
Listen,
nigga.
listen. I respect the hustle, but he is manufactured. Everything
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so the only reason why you like it, Slum, because you've been brainwashed to like it, because you have heard it too many songs.
No. It's not even that. You
What
want me
is
to tell you
it?
what it is? I listened to 2 of his interviews, and that's what made me like the kid. I didn't even fucking. I still feel like that nigga's offbeat
Which
trash.
one? The interview he said he didn't know who he was signed to?
I
I
like
didn't know
Blueface,
if
and I
he-
listened
if
to
he
his
did or not.
interviews, and it took me down a couple notches.
You
He's
know
not
what
the
I'm saying?
smartest cat.
No, he's not the smartest cat.
That's why you
but-
like him.
But I respect his hustle.
No, you know what? He's
You better
having
get it.
fun, bro.
Yes, he is.
He's having fun. That's what it is, bro.
I hear what you're saying, but it's business, though.
Yeah, it is business. It is. Yeah,
But I don't knock it.
I feel
I don't
bad
knock
for the
it.
kid
Right.
because that nigga Whack 100 is probably running him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause
or-
there's a lot of things that he did not know, and he was like, "Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
ask Whack, bro. You gotta
ask him.
You gotta educate yourself, my G. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna
he's
get ran
tripping.
for.
He's
You're
tripping.
gonna get ran for.
Same like Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty don't know if he's
Oh my
360
God.
jeweler or not. Nobody knows. Like, how do you not know that? Like,
That's what he's saying.
Like-
Listen. Yachty's
I think Coach is taking care of him. I don't
Yeah,
think-
coaches. Shout out to Coach K, QC, all of them over
Yeah.
there. No, Atlanta is doing good business. Shout out to Gucci Man. Gucci Man is the godfather that birthed all those
Oh,
cats out there and gave them all an opportunity. There was times that
100%.
a lot of these artists over there were signed to Gucci. All right, and Gucci released them to these other labels and told them, hey, you know what? Go to Coach K. He's gonna put you in the right hands.
Yeah,
go over
yeah.
here. So that's why if you go back, you see all these Atlanta artists. They always pay homage to Gucci, and you always see Gucci part of their project.
Yeah.
because they are respect, and that's something that Atlanta has. That's what the OGs did. They reached back to the youngsters and give.
That's not happening here.
and that's what we're doing.
That's not
Gucci sees
happening.
potential in
That's
him.
not gonna happen in
you guys-
California.
You guys are an
Puts his
exception.
hands
We're
on
trying.
that.
No,
You know,
it's gonna
he
take.
gets
It's
his
gonna
hands
take a
in that
while,
mix,
bro.
and that's
Yeah.
it, bro.
It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take other people to see what we're doing, and let's also talk facts. Since Young Baca Productions started doing tenfold, giving money,
Uh-huh.
I know you see more people giving out money now. I see other people
I haven't
giving
seen
out
that. I haven't seen that.
$500. Oh no, I could send you some. You know what I mean? Like giving out $500, giving out some cash, which is dope.
$500, giving out $100, things of that nature.
Which is cool. That's good. That means they're seeing something that works and they're trying, and that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to, rub off on us and go play the lotto. You know what I mean? And hopefully you win. And
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of these artists is bitter as shit because they because they see a winning fucking team. They see a winning circle, bro. They could, like I said in the beginning, if you put your pride to the side, you could fucking join the winner's circle, bro, and you can win yourself a bag and you can win yourself a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like
we're guilty also.
No,
we're gonna say we're guilty also.
Yeah. But I mean, okay.
We're gonna talk some shit on this podcast right here. This is gonna be my last podcast.
At the end of the day, bro, I've been doing shows for a cool minute. You know what I'm saying? I've done the whole pay to play. Out the House hit me up. Shout out to Droops. Out the House hit me up. A while back, I did a show for Action Bronson. I paid like $400. It was just because I wanted to do that. But then I started realizing as I got smarter, I was like, yo, I ain't coming out the pocket for these just because I want to say that I fucking on the stage with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, that shit don't work. At the end of the day, if you want to pay to play, why don't you gamble on your fucking talent and then pay to play to try to earn yourself a fucking couple racks or
but check it out. The pay to play, Young Baca Productions is still a pay to play.
Yeah, but that's what
a little bit slow.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though.
So we're gonna talk some shit tonight. All right,
that's my point, bro. That's my point. You're gonna spend X amount of money to go open up for your favorite rapper. The guy doesn't even care who you are. He's not even watching your performance when you're opening. He's in his own green room blowing trees.
So check it out. That's also really important. So the artists that we pick for our headliners, they are fans on what we're all doing.
Yeah, they interact.
They interact, all right? They shake hands, take pictures. They chop it up with the artists. And part of our selection on who we're booking, it's part of that, all right? So I'm going to we're pay to play, but we're giving you an opportunity to flip those tickets for you to make way more money.
But you said $400. We're asking artists to bring 10 people, 20 people at the most. The
most.
20 people.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You got to come. These shows, they
you got to meet us halfway.
No. Okay, but what I'm saying is like these other shows, they want you to off top come out 400. They're gonna give you 50 tickets or whatever the case is. So I mean, like, who's really coming up? They running you, bro. They running you because at the end of the day, you're paying more to get on than to get back from the tickets. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that type of shit is not going on over here. That's what I'm saying. You want to get ran for just to perform for your favorite artist, just to say that you can, or just to have your name on the flyer next to his or whatever the case is. Why are you gonna come out the pocket and do that when you can come out the pocket and gamble on your talent and then try to win a bag or try to win a trip? You know what I'm saying?
And then another thing that we do is we always offer artists double the amount of tickets they get. So if we tell an artist, hey, you have to bring 15 people, you get a 15-minute slot at 11 p.m. We give you 30 tickets. So if you're really a hustler, you want to make that money back plus some as well.
Yeah.
So tell me,
all right. So I would say, we do the shows like that. All right, we got different levels of shows. All right, 20 plus shows, and then there's different levels. So if an artist that never performed before, we're not going to put you in a position like a We the West main stage. We're not going to put you in there. Right. You're going to have to knock out a couple other shows before you get there.
And you guys do have different tiers of show. Where
many different tiers for level.
It's testing the waters,
Yeah, and also and we're giving other things back. So with the podcast that we have at We the West, that's extra stuff that they could use and promote their stuff later on.
Correct.
And so what we're trying to do is just give extra stuff. Yeah. Camera footage. We take pictures. We do audio. We do video.
Resources, bro. Many resources that the team offers, and I think people just neglect on.
So I think people look at it and we're guilty. I'm gonna be very honest. My mentality is fuck them. Let's do it ourselves. And the reason why is because there's been times that I remember myself going out and reaching out to these people and saying, yo, let's do this. I'll meet you halfway. Let's do this.
Them when you say fuck them?
I would say 90% of the scene.
As far as like other
I won't say their names and stuff. I'll just say if you're in the scene and I'm saying 90%, there's a good possibility I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I have reached out and said, yo, let's build, let's do this. And many of them haven't. But I'll throw it like this. I'll shout out Owen, all right, from Do It For Music. Okay. I'll shout him out because Owen was one of the people in the very beginning that rocked with me and gave opportunities. I would come to Owen and say, yo, Owen, I need 7 sets. And he never once said, yo, sushi, yo. No, it was always done. Okay. Send me the names. I'll put it on the flyers. So I've always been, 100 with him.
Right.
We haven't seen each other in a couple of years, but it's always love when we do see each other.
Word up.
And I support his brand and stuff like that. And I'll say the other person that showed us love, I would say Gigi from Underground Hip Hop, right?
Blog?
Well, no.
What is that?
My bad,
Urban
Gigi.
Underground. Urban
Underground.
Urban Underground.
Gigi, she showed a lot of love. We used to book out all 3 stages at the airliner back in the day through her and stuff like that. And she showed a lot of love. And then that's about it. So everybody else, we showed love to them. Anytime they wanted to come work with us, we always had our hands open, like, all right, we're down to work and stuff. But there was people that I reached out to that did not show love. And now that we're popping, things are going in our way, at times they do try to reach out. And my whole thing is like, nah, bro, it's cool. Because it's not real. It's now like I'm trying to get something off of you. It's not kosher with me. So
do you feel like it's part of the industry that we're in?
Yeah, I think it's also that it's wrong on my part. Baca might say, yo, I think this is a good move, and I'm maybe in my feelings say, nah, we ain't fucking with them. That's not it. That's not the move. We're doing fuck them. We'll do it ourselves.
What is with those outreach that you say you do? Like, what is the argument that Baca was telling about? That there's an argument out there that says that Young Baca Productions ruined the LA scene when it hip hops.
Let's talk about it, dude.
You know what? I have never heard anybody say that. I think the only person that has ever said that is Baca that said that. I think it's this right here. I think there's elements of the local scene. I think there's elements of the local scene that has teamed up. That has never reached out to us on building. Like, there was a situation with you,
Oh yeah, correct.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But I believe that the channel of the communication could have been open and reached out to us on building with them, because we could have helped expanding their platform a little bit. But I feel that we were not included because people don't want to mess with us. A lot of them have a wrong idea about us. So
what is that idea?
I think there's a lot of people that don't like Young Baca Productions. I think there's a lot of people that don't like Michael. I think there's a lot of people that don't like Baca.
And I'm fine with people not liking me.
As opposed to going head to head, because this is competition, this is business, as opposed to McDonald's going head to head with BK. A lot of them team up together to try to take McDonald's down. And I'm not saying we're the almighty. I'm not saying that we're this or we're that. But we all making waves in this hip hop game in LA scene, in the 818 scene. We do shows in Toronto. We do shows in Vegas. We do shows in Cali. We do shows in New York. We do them all over the place.
Saul?
Yeah.
Saul was the president, right? Of the chamber, right?
The Chamber of Commerce.
So we walked in here and he knew who Baca was, right?
Yeah, it made my day. So
all right. So that tells you he's doing
man.
the right thing, right? That's a good person right there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if he knows who he is, we must be doing something right.
But it's business. It's competition. Hip hop and business
Very competitive.
is always competition. It's always competitive, and we see it. And you'll be oblivious if you don't see it, that people are teaming up to go against us, to go head to head with us, as opposed to every man for himself. Which, hey, more power to you. But we don't stop. Me and this man text each other at 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, and we woke our ass off. I'm gonna show you my phone. I've sent over 1,000 text messages this weekend alone. Just because this. So you look in this, all the text messages I've sent since Saturday. It's Tuesday right now. Look at this. This is crazy.
Oh my God.
But that's just business. That's the thing. We're in this thing for business, and I think people look at it and come back as the vulture cult.
crazy,
We're feeding off the scene, everything. Everybody has bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about elevating and taking to the next level.
I kind of hate those people who are like, I'm just doing it for the art and stuff. And I don't
There's
hate
a lot
them.
of people like
They're
that.
just, you know what? I don't want to say I hate them, but I get it. But this is the reality. Is this is a capitalist system? We've got to make money.
Yeah.
And if you want to do what you love doing, you're gonna want to make money doing it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
We're not asking for much.
Yeah. You're
We're
asking
not
for a living.
for much.
For a living.
My man makes perfect sense though. There's nothing wrong with making money off of doing something you love. Kobe Bryant was probably holding the basketball since he was in diapers, and look at him now. You know what I'm saying? Retired, making a shit ton of money, doing shit he loves.
Yeah, but check it out. I have always thought, like, what if we sent out an invite to like all the crews and tell everybody, hey, let's get together and let's chop it up. I don't think that could really happen.
You read up?
No, because there's too many egos
people-
in the room.
Yeah.
everybody
That's on
wants a
Everyone's-
piece.
But that's on them.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying.
What about
Because
sending it out and then you could say like, "Hey, I tried. I did my
yeah,
piece,"
But-
and
but
whatever
check it out.
material-
But a lot of
and
it,
whoever
check this
doesn't-
out.
realize
You
it.
can send it out, and whoever doesn't jump on it,
Then you know what's up.
They're gonna get left
86
out.
themselves.
Yeah,
Bro.
but you know what? That is putting way too much more of an effort
And then
for
at the
people to come. Because at the end of the day, they have. So let's say there's 5 crews, all right, and we get these 5 crews to come in, and I'm saying, yo, I got you guys all together. I got this plan. Let's run with this plan. These motherfuckers might look at me and be like, why are you calling those shots? Why are we not doing this? I want to promote this over. I want to do this. I think there's just too many egos. Just
Right.
motherfuckers just want to beef with the other things. But I do wish that one day we could get together and do something for the culture that everybody makes money in this, and so it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
I think there's
'cause-
definitely plenty of space to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I don't want to make it seem like there was saints up here. We're cocky, we're ambitious.
assholes,
Well, yeah,
especially me.
I don't want to seem like, oh yeah, we're trying to reach out. We are
We got
ambitious.
fucking Slum the Resident
We're
hosting
cocky,
shows,
you know what I'm
talking
saying?
shit.
Yeah, man. What's one of the things you say to an artist the most on stage? Negative comment.
What is one of the most?
You tell people why you leaving. Or
Yeah, that's how-
putting extra USBs.
Yeah, the other guy. What was the guy's name? Fuck, man. What was
Pimpin'
his
ass
name?
sleep.
No, it wasn't Pimpin' Ass. It wasn't Pimpin' Ass. It was somebody, bro. And he
What's
just
his good name, huh?
he asked me to plug in his phone. Okay, I mean we're in 2019, bro. I mean you should at least have your music on the USB. But anyhow, he asked me to plug in his phone with the aux cord. We're going all over the place looking for the aux cord. We found the sound man. We got the aux cord. Plug him in. He lip syncs like 3 songs, and then after that he leaves with his 5 people like he's the biggest star on the planet.
That's also where the problem is too.
Yep.
That artists,
Egos.
I think, they think they already did it. I'm done. They should
It's all for
stay
the gram.
and
It's all for the gram, bro.
yeah. But you know what? Like when we went to New York, you really didn't see that from artists in New York.
Nah, niggas stick around. Niggas hang out.
Yeah,
bro.
they watch their competition.
Yeah.
they're studying, they're watching, and I think that's what we have a problem with in the West Coast. We think we're already there.
Everybody,
Yeah,
already made it.
everybody
well,
thinks
that's
they a
the-
star, bro.
That's what you hear from other people, that people from LA are assholes or that we're stuck up. You know.
We are assholes, man. We are. Like those are facts. Like
But I'm
you know
a
what I
nice
mean?
asshole though.
You're a nice asshole
You'll
to the
stick
people
around.
you choose to be nice,
Nice
to.
too. Exactly.
All right, so that is selective. You're being very
Yeah.
selective, and that's all we are. We're all
Because
very
right now,
selective.
when you were talking about seating people and gathering everybody, my mentality was already like on your
Fuck
shit.
is-
Fuck them, we could do it
Yup.
ourselves, bro.
And guess what? I'm just saying that, but deep inside, I'm saying, fuck them.
We
We're
can
gonna
do
do
it
this shit
ourselves.
ourselves because
Yeah.
we've been doing
we
this
don't
shit.
need them, bro. I mean, saying we can, the doors are open. It's up to you.
But you gotta grind. You
Yeah,
have to
it's
work.
up
Yeah.
to you, but you got.
So
bro.
if I'm sprinting and I'm trying to add as much as I can give you, and then I look back and you're just chilling, waiting for me to just lay out a plan,
Word up.
I can't fuck with you. I can't build with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I see at the shows. You'll see like Slum. We'll be in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, chilling, being left alone. Slum go up there, say his thing. Most people leave us alone. They don't mess with us. They go rather. We have it set up that they go after Baca the mascot. You know what I mean? They go to Baca. They bother Baca. They do this. Right.
Right.
But we have it set up a certain way that it's good. You know what I mean? Like myself. You know, I didn't introduce myself till like the 4th time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I knew you were partners because when we met, he told me.
Yeah.
And I remembered your name. But other than that, like, we never
Nope.
really met. Yeah.
You saw me. I saw you. I made
Yeah.
sure you were set up, everything.
Yeah.
I came by and say thank you. I bet you every
Yeah,
single
no,
time.
yeah, every
I always say
single time.
thank
Yeah,
you. And a lot of
every
people are like,
single
who's this motherfucker saying thank you, blah, blah, blah. But everybody has to work. Everybody has to grind. You know what I mean? And it's gonna get better for you, dude. These are facts. It's gonna get way better.
I feel like it will,
and then you're gonna have to learn what loyalty over everything means.
I mean,
So
I don't think I have to learn what loyalty over everything means. Maybe I'm being arrogant by saying that, but I do definitely, like, I fully recognize what the fuck is going on. Like
we're gonna do it,
where-
man. We're
where
gonna
this is
fucking do
going.
it.
Like
We have
I'm
so much
excited
shit
as fuck
planned.
to be a part of all of this. Like,
We have shit
you
so
know,
much
like,
planned. We
I-
got like besides traveling, you know, we want to get extra stamps on our passports. We're talking about doing shit that independently, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists that's I could shout out that right now moving. They're going to Europe. They're doing their thing. Trying to make it to Asia, and that's good for the culture because they're expanding it and they're doing it independently.
Yeah.
And that's dope. It's the same way with us. We're just trying to push the envelope and try to do it bigger.
Word up, like I definitely can see the trajectory of where we're trying to go with it.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm okay being a vulture. I told my wife that I'm a condor. You know what I mean? I have sent Baca a picture of a fucking condor just flying. You know what I mean? That come up and scoop up somebody, and that's it, dude. But yeah, bro, like people could call us vultures and stuff like that. We're hungry for this shit.
I mean, like I tell them, I was like, I basically owe about at least 50% of my career to these guys, because at the end of the day,
You think you got 50, huh?
I
You didn't read the contract, bro.
This contract again, yo.
Yeah, you better talk to Slub.
But what I'm saying is like the speed in which I ever even, because this whole shit was more or less planned out, like how I'd want to go about this podcast.
That's good. You had to.
But the Baca connection was like something that I never foresaw coming, and then that's what just put this shit into hyperdrive. And then now it's like having to adjust between like, yo, like this wasn't my life even 6 months ago, and now my life revolves around just fucking either
And you're gonna
making
learn,
or
bro.
editing a podcast.
You're gonna learn, and your product is gonna get better and better and
And
better.
you're gonna get busier and busier, and
Yeah.
your time is not gonna be yours anymore.
And I've been
it's
learning every
what it
single
is,
We the
nigga.
West that we've been doing. I've been
what it
learning
is.
more. Like the more I speak to the OGs, the more I know that like one, I get like I start thinking I kind of got more or less a handle of, as far as like I feel more valid about my thoughts, because I feel like I can converse with them equally. You know,
And that's
But
where you're
then-
gonna gain, bro. You're gonna gain how to approach an OG, how to approach a veteran, person
Word.
that's been grinding, a new artist, what type of question to ask these new
Word,
artists, how fast you need to get those interviewers in and out, who you spend more time with. You're gonna develop your key questions. It's gonna get better.
It's gonna be on point for you after a while. It's gonna be so like second nature, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we already have another location for you. You know what I mean? We're gonna take it to the Canby, and we're gonna start doing some more. Yeah, we're gonna
pick a better place. I love
You know what I mean?
creating where I
So-
live.
so we're gonna expand the podcast and keep it going, because I think the more content you create for these artists is better, and especially everybody's so on to the next thing. And I think that giving these opportunities and giving these extra lanes to grow for artists, as a brand, is going to help us too. But it's a lot of shit going on.
That Prodigal Son interview is a little tough to listen to, though, man. The Prodigal Son.
Yo,
See, he
I
doesn't know who
didn't-
Prodigal Son
I
is.
know
That's
who
why he
it
looked.
was, yo.
That's Sons of Man, Wu-Tang.
Look,
You gotta do some.
That's one of listen, that is one of my favorite groups of all time.
I had a good convo with him, but
It's a little tough in the beginning,
but I had just. I was like, tell me your background, what you be doing.
Brooklyn Zoo, he was with Old Dirty. Like,
Yeah, bro.
that's New York. That's New York right there. That's Wu-Tang right there. That's the
My time, man.
He's
Before
like,
my
that's a
time.
super Wu-Tang affiliate right there.
That's right there. And
He's with his cousin.
Yeah.
He's with his cousin.
Oh shit.
Are you playing your spot, dude? What do you think is your most successful interview you've done at We the West live podcast so far?
Damn.
What are you proudest of?
Shit. Which one am I most proud of?
Which one did you walk away saying, you know what, I feel really good about that one? That one's one for the books.
The one that we did with Raskaz.
Dope.
Raskaz was dope.
That one I really enjoyed. I came off like.
Raskat's been dropping a lot of good music lately, like really good
Yeah,
music.
he's coming back.
Yeah.
Like he's putting himself out there.
Did you get a Daylight?
No, I couldn't get a
Daylight, remember I thought Daylight was-
Man,
Oh yeah.
man,
Little off.
I was
It's-
like,
it-
so ready for that Daylight interview. I had all my. I was like,
We're
I had
supposed to
all my
have.
notes,
Hopefully, Daylight's supposed to
everything.
be a surprise. One of our, he's supposed to make a surprise at the We the
Daylight's
West.
pulling up at We the West this Friday. So
Oh,
maybe
man.
that second chance.
Yeah,
I
see, we
really
can do
hope I
something.
I really hope I can. I was really trying to pick out his brain, see where, because Daylight's such
What
an
you need to
interesting
do is, so
figure.
Daylight appreciates that people watch his battles, but he appreciates it more if people listen to his music, because he wants to be known for music. So what
Music.
you're going to do is you're going to go on Apple Music, you're going to check out a couple Daylight songs, and you're going to say, hey, Daylight, I just want to say that light skin track was really dope.
No, yeah,
And
yeah,
that's how
yeah.
you're going to spark his interest.
Yep.
You're like, oh, okay, dope.
He's gonna
You're
wanna
not-
listen
You're not
to-
just looking for clout, just you want him,
Talk
you're
about
not
a
trying to
battle.
get his fuse up, battles, antics. You listen to his
Nah.
music, because that's what he's passionate about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So check it out. That was our lane with him. All right, we came to him and says that's dope. All the battling bars that you do, that's great. We think that's awesome. but you want to come and get on our stage and perform some of your other music? And he's like, that was how we, we start getting them going.
And it was genuine too. It's genuine.
Yeah.
Daylight, shout out to Daylight. He's done New York with us. He's done
Yes.
West a whole bunch of times, man. Shout out to Daylight, man. One of the nicest cats in
hip hop, man. Very nice.
Yeah,
And he got the vegetables. Very, very, very nice, man.
yeah, he's definitely one of the most interesting figures that we have in the culture. It's like I don't even know what to describe him. He was like the first troll, but like a troll,
Yo, he's super smart,
that's what I'm saying.
man.
Like he'll just
Super
outsmart
smart.
you, bro. Like he's trolling, but he's talking to you. Like he's telling you some shit. You know?
He's feeding you,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
It's vegetables, bro.
So
Exactly.
what is the one podcast that you did what you felt like, you know what, I don't like that one. That one's a little awkward.
Shit.
Lego?
Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Look, I remember the Lego one.
hey,
I remember the Lego one just because I didn't know what to say. Like that was the first, like literally the first interview. I
Yeah,
think
Lego
I've ever
broke.
did.
Lego was the first interview.
Talking to the mic.
And that was like the first interview I ever did with y'all. So I really didn't even know what to say. Didn't know how to approach it. But
Shout out to Lego.
like now, like the more and more we do it, like the more I feel like I am starting to find some sort of rhythm. But like it also depends on who
you
I'm
gotta do it
talking
again,
to.
then. You gotta do it again.
But you have to let him know that you say, hey, no, Lego, I didn't feel comfortable with the first interview we did, so I want to get you again. But you gotta say it on the podcast, and he's gonna open up. Man, it's all good. Don't listen to those guys.
Yeah, they probably said something about my haircut. The God is good. Always.
Podcasting is just like having conversations with people. It's just like you make eye contact with somebody at the grocery store, you have a quick conversation, move on, man. That's what you do when you don't know about the man or the woman that you're interviewing,
I feel that. Well, sometimes like with artists, where it's like I ask artists, oh, what kind of content does your music have? I don't know, man. Just like
Check it out. The reason why you're asking what kind of content is because you haven't done it enough to come up with a better question to ask.
Hey, that is true. That is facts. But I guess it's
describe your music in one, a few words.
it's hard to it's hard to get to figure out what kind of relevant information an artist will have other than that.
But that's why you have to look at the list.
special.
Check it out. That's why you got to look at the list, the lineup, and do a little bit of homework on a few of them.
Word up.
You know me, do a little bit of homework so you could learn something from it. So when you say, "Oh, Slum is up next," hey, yo, Slum just dropped a new video. It was cool. It was shot in New York. So you could ask them some questions like that, because that's gonna have Slum say, "Yo, all right, this guy has taken some time and interest in me. Let me share some more with you."
Talking about my bad. I don't mean talking about shooting videos in New York. Shout out to Young Baca Productions. If it wasn't for Young Baca Productions, I would have probably never stepped foot on the East. Shot 2 videos out there. Sushi and 498 and Apollo shot the first one.
Yeah.
And then Fajargo Films out of Queensbridge shot the second one.
Yeah, in Queensbridge.
And I just want to make this fucking
Shout
clear.
out to Queensbridge.
I just want to make this real fucking clear. I see all the art. I see not all. I shouldn't say all, but I see a lot of artists, that been traveling lately and they popping out with videos in New York all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying, bro? I did that shit twice, bro. And ain't nobody doing it like me, bro. Queensbridge project niggas behind me. You can be
Shout out to Sino.
You could be walking through Manhattan. You could be in front of the little, the subway station.
thing, Slum.
Do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was there first.
Yo, we went to the
Niggas
dirt.
know who
We
that-
went
niggas know who that
straight
is.
to Queensbridge. We went to the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, let me give a quick story. In New York, it was about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning,
Better?
and we wanted to go see the Biggie mural.
Hold on, guys. We're gonna take a little break. Just
Yeah, before we get into that story that my man Sushi got, I just want to make that shit real clear, bro. Y'all can have all the. I see the videos being shot in New York popping up. Can't nobody do it like me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Young Baca Productions held it down. We went to the Queensbridge projects. We had the project niggas out with us.
They
you know
showed
what
us
I'm saying?
love.
Shout out to Genuine Quality. Shout out to Piff Jones. Shout out to King Shooter. Shout out to
Sino.
Sino. He's on the track. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
Yo,
we had
shout
it
out
lit,
to
bro. We had it lit.
what you call it? Queensbridge Community Center.
Yeah.
Hemo.
Shout out to Hemo. But yeah, man, we did it right. We went
was
down
really
there.
out there.
Yo, we did it right. We went down there and we broke bread and with everybody. Which I mean broke bread. We went and bought a big ass bottle of Hennessy. got cups. All right, went down to the projects. This is where Core Mega, Nas,
Roxanne Shante, Eric.
and this is Prodigy. This is their hood right here. All right. Yeah, so we went there and they came out. Queensbridge came out and showed us love. Everybody got a cup. We finished that bottle, a big bottle of Hennessy. Everybody got some. It was cold. Everybody participated. Everybody was excited that West Coast was coming to their hood and doing it positive. We didn't go there and try to take from their community. We came and showed love. We bought food in their community. We bought gloves, white tees. You know what I mean? We gave back and then we went over to the community center over there and chop it up. And we're going to be doing something very soon with the Queensbridge Teens Community Center there. Yeah, just giving back.
That's pretty dope.
But we do these things. We're not trying to go and just take advantage of.
No, right.
You're not just
for the gram. For the gram, it wasn't about
capitalize on a market.
No. It was generally it was love. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even the police came out and they didn't mess with us. You know what? They made their cameo. But well, let me get back to this Brooklyn. All right.
Yeah.
So when we go to New York, you could choose anywhere in these barrels where you want to stay. You want to stay. All right. And I prefer Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn. All right. I just think the pace of Brooklyn, it fits me more. I like it. So we're in Brooklyn, and we just had a successful show. We're all excited. We're happy. We did it. This is our first time to New York. We just killed a show.
Yeah. And
we look up. We want to go see the mural of Biggie on the side of the whole building. We want to go see it. So I think it was like 3:30, and it was like
2:33 in the morning.
Okay,
something like that.
All right. So it said it was about like a mile or so from where we were at. So we said, let's go. We're gonna walk it. We're drunk, trash. And New York, the bars stay open later too.
Yeah.
So we started walking. All right, and we start getting into other people's hoods. So we're walking up and we see they're having like a party on their front stoop. Everybody's out. And they see, first of all, we're rolling deep. All right, we're rolling deep and we're coming into somebody else's hood. They see us, we see them, we're walking by, we say, what's up? Baca saying, being political. Hey everybody. Hey, how you doing, everybody? And so Slum, everybody's feeling. Some say, what's up? What's good? So they welcome us up to come chill. All right. We're hollering saying we're from the West Coast. We're here for this and this. We just did a show. They're showing us love.
That's pretty dope, man.
Baca, go here. Tell them the rest of the story. Watch this.
They were some hood cats. They so they're talking to Slum. Slum's drunk. Slum's in New York City for the first time. Slum's been putting his Slum Resident stickers on churches, on school buses.
Put his sticker everywhere.
He's feeling himself, and some guy says, "Oh, you from the West Coast? I know so and so." Slum says, "That's my fucking nigga. I love that dude." Blah blah blah. All this. So they're topping it up. They see Slum the Resident. He has a Pyrex jaw.
His Pyrex tattoo
on his hand, and they say, "You whip it up, Slum. You whip it up, Slum." Slum says, "Man,
whip it up.
Whip that shit up. I'll cook it up, nigga." And all I could see was 5 minutes.
This
away.
is a drunk Baca.
Yeah, I'm drunk, and I could just imagine 5 minutes from now, we're in the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
Slum the Resident's cooking up crack,
whipping the wrist.
And that's when I decided, you know what, it's time for us to go. I said, "Hey, thanks guys for inviting us up. We really appreciate it. It means a lot." Slum said,
hold on, we ain't leaving already.
Whoa, we're leaving already.
The guy talking about cooking.
That shit was crazy. It was lit. You know what I'm saying? The energy was tight. Like
they show love.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Do you regret putting your stickers on school buses and church
Nah,
stuff?
hell
no. That's part
because
of it.
you know why? When we went back, I seen a lot of them.
They were still there.
They're still there, bro. I feel like I never left.
But that was our past. They were good with us. Once we went up there and chilled, but it was funny because Baca was like, "All right, everybody, it's time for us to go. Thank you so much for having us."
I can see it. Well, when the
With your white boy voice, son.
They cooking it up, man. You got to avoid some. That's some of my responsibilities to be responsible one sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Stop
a good friend.
Yeah, it was funny, but that was our past. They were cool.
And there was some nights where other people need to be responsible, one and drag me away from the bar and stuff like that.
So, but funny, we walked the rest of the way. We had our pass. We went in there. We got we saw the mural. We took our pictures, and this was like late.
Like, sun's almost coming up.
Yeah, and I think we found one more bar too.
Yeah, we
one
did.
more
We
bar.
found one more bar right
Afterwards.
across
It was
the street
crazy,
from the mural.
and it was a really cool bar. Like they had old speakers, and they built a wall of old speakers.
Damn.
So it was cool, all different sizes of speakers. You go in the room. It was really cool. But that's just Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. We're going to be going back in April to Brooklyn. We're going to be in Manhattan, also at the West End. So we already got venues, everything locked in. We're still deciding. Hopefully we continue working with Hot 97.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with Young Baca Productions, bro. You get these opportunities. You get to experience New York like us. You know what I'm saying? Bodegas at 4 a.m. for do-rags and chopped cheese.
Shout out
you know
to Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Yeah, over there in Marcy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Marcy shows us tons of love.
Yeah, Marcy's Projects. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of strong East Coast connections. How did that like start coming about?
Because we're foot soldiers, bro.
I build relationships.
Yeah, you do.
I build relationships with the East Coast, just because of work. You know, I make music and stuff like that. So that's one thing I would say is very different. And the East Coast, my body of work is good enough. They like my body of work, so they're willing to work with us. In the West Coast, it doesn't matter how good your body of work is the hand is still out. Like, what are you gonna give me? So so that's what I'm saying. We could go and you know. Drop names? Yeah. Do we drop names and just keep it moving?
Hey,
drop names? Like, you know, shout out to the Heat Makers. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the Heat Makers. They got one coming out with
Jim Jones.
Yeah,
El Chapo. Make sure you pick that up. That's dropping real soon. We're going to have Heat Makers is going to produce a project that I'm working on.
Whoa.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
So, yeah, so, and, so the Heat Makers doesn't have, you know, as a rental, they haven't done any West Coast artists, so I'm very honored that we're going to be Slums on a Heat Makers joint. Slum has worked with Fred the Godson, Hell Rel. We work with J.R. Ryder, Sin City.
Did you see that little joke he had side back? He said song with Fred the Godson. He said you guys are cousins.
Cousins. They could be cousins, family.
Could be cousins, 100%. Shout out to Fred the Godson.
Shout out to Fred. He's
Fred.
the god right there.
Yeah, with his chicken
Gordo.
scratch, man.
Yeah, but we have
He said, what's that say right there? He says, man, it says lonely right there. He says, how you read that stuff? Fred the Godson, we went to the studio. It's not chicken scratch. It's literally.
He writes his own language.
It's straight lines with little bumps in between, and he's the only one that could read it. We noticed it, and then a couple weeks later, Jim Jones was on his IG Live pointing out because he was in the studio for the Godson, and it's one of the most impressive things that I've ever seen. It's not chicken scratch. It's like lines. It's straight lines.
It's like squiggly lines, bro.
Crazy.
But it's his own. He reads. He knows everything. That's his stuff. But yeah, man, we could go to New York and we work with artists. That's what we're going to continue doing. We're going back with the Heat Makers, and continue working on what we're doing. Plus, when we're there, we work on our own music too, and then we bring other artists in. So that's when New York is dope. Like.
Yeah.
A lot of these East Coast artists, they're willing to work with us and they're down. So we're in town, they come and show love. And also, if you're in Lower Manhattan, shout out to the Fat Buddha. Yep. You know, make sure.
Yeah, shout out to Los and the Fat Buddha,
Los,
man. They showed
we're coming, Los.
love.
Get those wings ready, Los.
You know what I'm saying?
So I want to say it's surprising. I said I spoke to Los and I spoke to Sino both today, man.
That's
so
dope.
shout out those cats, New York City. We coming. Shout out to Sino because he's been sending a lot of cats all way when they come out to New York. And shout out to Los, man, because it was some of the best hospitality we've ever had going anywhere, man.
Yeah.
We were trash, especially me. I was a fool. I was a fool.
Yeah.
I'm walking in with my sandals, and they, you know, oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Bro walked in with sandals. They were trying to tell him, yo, man, you know, be careful, the glass, yada yada.
Talking about buying the place.
He was like, yo, I'll just buy this place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
talking
wildin'.
shit, but it was fun, man. We get there. Los and the Fat Buddha is dope. Probably the best wings I have since Hoagie's went out of business.
I love chicken wings, man.
Los is a good friend of mine and shit. I met him through a mutual friend. A friend of mine. He's a graph artist, Tristan Eaton.
Dope.
Tristan just did he did a whole wall at the Universal backlot for all like the old monsters and shit like Frankenstein, Creature of the Black Lagoon, shit like that. But that's how I know Los, through Tristan. So when I went, like the first couple times we went to New York, Tristan was like, yo, when you in New York, bro, just hit me up and I'll link you with Los. And we were never in the area.
Word. Yeah.
So
we're constantly grinding.
Yeah, so we were never in the area of Fat Buddha, but this past time we were in the area, it was raining, and I was like, yo, Tristan, I'm in Manhattan, bro. Where's Los's joint at? He was like, oh, let me link you. Linked us. We were there in a couple minutes. Showed us tons of love.
It was pouring, man. Bro. It was pouring. So we made it there. So let me tell you, this is Los, all right? This is my first time meeting Los, but I could tell you this story right here. It says a lot about his character, all right? Mm-hmm. So we're in there. The man says, you guys want something to drink? We had our money ready to get our own drinks. As is, he got us a round of drinks. He goes, you guys are hungry? We said, yeah, we're hungry. He said, all right, we're gonna order some food. He started bringing different things out. Try this. You like it? We had a person with us. Shout out to Stevie D. He's back out in Maine right now. But Stevie, he's a vegetarian. All right, so Stevie couldn't. He wasn't eating the chicken wings. He wasn't eating this, and he goes, "What's up with you? You're not eating?" He goes, "I'm a vegetarian." He said, "Don't worry, we all eat." And they order a vegetarian plate. He said, "We all eat." That told me right there what kind of character this man had. He didn't know. He didn't know Stevie by nothing. He saw that he was with us, and he wasn't eating. And he said, "What's the problem?" The guy said he's a vegetarian. He said, "No problem. We all eat." He said, "Let's get that vegetarian plate for him." Blah blah blah. And he said, "Let's get another round of drinks." The man is after that right there, I told Baca, yo, the next time we come back to New York, we got to build with them. We got to do a party. We got to do something. Let's get a DJ.
And you know
Let's
what's
get it going.
crazy is Fat Buddha is a that location is like super hip hop. Like they have hip hop nights like a bunch. Yeah, like every.
They
other
have De La
night.
Soul. They have De La Soul.
They got Maceo from De La Soul DJing there. They got Static Selector DJing there. But yeah, they got tons of people.
It's a hip hop. It's a gym, dude, and that's what I'm saying. We're going to New York. And we're getting blessed, dude. It's crazy, and we're giving the love right back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We're spending money in the local stores.
Right.
We're putting money, in.
I'm bringing Cali weed with me. You know what I'm saying? Smoking things out. With Cali.
This is the first time you went to New York with weed, right?
Yeah, that was amazing, bro. I flew to New York with the 8th, and I mean, I only went with the 8th because I was just testing the waters.
Slum's been flying a lot.
Wait.
They've been flying a lot.
They let you fly with it, right?
Yeah, now they,
LAX lets you leave with it.
Yeah. Now they let you fly with weed, so I was testing the waters.
So you got to keep it. So you got to keep it in your carry-on.
Yeah.
Your carry. You can't check it in the bag. Keep it in your carry-on.
But whatever happens when you get there is whatever happens.
Yeah, because
that's on you, bro. That's
it's
on you.
It's coming back. So you might be leaving. Let's say you're leaving Florida.
Yeah.
When you get checked there, they might check it and take you, and you get in trouble there.
Yeah.
But in California, you
fly out and you good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
so
put it in
crazy.
the regular. It was. Trust me, I thought it was a lie.
Yeah,
we started looking
bro.
at it.
I know,
bro,
'cause I've heard of it. And I thought it was
with my
bullshit.
pins, joints, all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I took the 8th. I left it right on my carry-on. Like right when you unzip the carry-on, it was right there. So if they opened it up,
They will see it.
they would
right
see
there.
it. It's not hiding.
That's not what they're looking for.
Nah,
so
bro.
it's not.
Yeah.
They could stop you. They could stop you and open it, and then they could get the airport police involved. But the airport, they already put out a statement said they're not going to do nothing about it. So you're not going to get
Because they
ticket.
can't. Like, they really
yeah,
can't.
they're gonna
Because
leave
it's
it
legal
alone.
here, so you're
Yeah.
good.
Just throw it away or something.
It just
You fly
depends
out
on
with it,
whatever the state laws.
Yeah.
And
that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So
and shout out to
I-
Vegas
fuck
too. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
Vegas too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
yeah, man.
Oh, you didn't go to Vegas?
No, I didn't go to Vegas, but when I flew to New York, I took that weed with me, and then as soon as I got off the plane, I was like, "Yeah, bro, I made it."
Yeah, that was it. It's a game changer now.
Yeah, bro, definitely. So next time I'm flying with like a half or so.
Yeah. So we went to Canada this past year, and that was something.
amazing.
And that was something, and we did Canada as a test run, leaving the country. Like, let's
was
go do
that?
a show. I thought it was cool. I thought Canada, it was a good experience for us to do together. But Canada was, shout out to Canada, but it was boring,
It's
dude.
super conservative,
Yeah,
man.
there's a lot of pros and cons.
So where'd you guys go?
Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
So this scene's not that.
They're all
cool.
That's cool.
they got pockets, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not gonna diss them because we might go back later in the future, but nothing soon. But they're districts. They got the art district. They got the food district. They got I don't even know. Everything's in districts, different zones and pockets. So. And it was our first time going there, so we weren't hip to the pockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we had to learn. But once again, we were able to find a really dope studio. Shout out Sandbox Studio. Really dope. They're one of the biggest studios in Toronto. They were willing to work with us. We had a dope engineer, and we made some really good music in Canada. So, and that's part of the whole thing with Slum. We're trying to work on Slum's project, and we're trying to do it in different places. So we could capture that energy. You know what I mean? But it's dope. Canada, New York. We're going all over the place.
So when you guys were in New York, was Slum recording?
Yeah, I had music for Slum to record and go. Yeah, it's a whole plan. Right now is the idea of it is just flights. We're gonna catch flights and work on music because I want to capture Slum's energy somewhere else. Because I think I already know what Slum sounds like in California. I want to know what Slum sounds like in Europe. I want to know what Slum sounds like in Canada, and other places, and just the birth of hip hop. Where the birth of hip hop is, that energy for him to come give us something else.
Trapping on
Where
the
do
track.
you guys want to go next? Like, what's your next city you're looking at? Yeah.
where we're going.
Arlita is the next city we want to go to explore.
Yeah, no. No, besides, you talking about outside of California? And
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that?
Like, so, like
We already done stuff in Atlanta. We're probably gonna go. We're going back to New York because we have such a good relationship with New York. We're gonna go back there. Our goal is to end up in Japan this year.
Damn.
And take it to Japan, doing it independently, and bring the whole crew. But we have other places. We have Atlanta. I personally, I'm gonna be making a trip over to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They got some really dope artists in North Carolina, and I think that North Carolina is the next city that's gonna pop with some dope artists and I want to go mess with them.
Yeah.
So,
sounds dope too.
and that's one thing I say about Young Baca Production, and I'll say this is a good thing for you too. All right, with podcasts, we put on almost 800 new artists last year alone. All right, so if you continue, let's say, mingling with these up and coming artists, eventually somebody's gonna pop in this group, and you're gonna be there from the beginning.
Yeah,
and then that's gonna come back and look good for you later. They're gonna come back and remember that you gave them their first podcast at We the West.
Yeah,
they're gonna remember
into account for
all
sure.
right. So all that stuff is gonna happen with the more and more people, and it's a program. It's a process, and it takes a little bit of time. But if you do it right and stay consistent, it's gonna work. And I believe that what we have right now with 498, Young Baca Production, Cali Wave Music Group, with Slum and our whole crew, even Lego, we have a really good form.
Even Lego,
because you have to say his name. You can't just say Young Baca Productions because you didn't say his name, Lego. You know what I mean? You have to. That's how the man feels good.
Okay, Lego. Shout out to Lego.
We got a good team, man. We got a really
Yo, shout out to Lego and his 20-year-old jeans.
we all work hard, and we have a good time when we go to these different cities.
Oh, we love it, dude.
We go to shows too. It's great. We'll let these people live, man.
But we really enjoy ourselves when we're like in New York. We have our moments. We sit there and be like, shit, we're in Times Square off of hip hop.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
We did this. We're from California.
That's
and we
beautiful,
did it,
man.
Yeah.
In New York,
I love that.
Is that where the Joe Budden link materialized?
Well, I did. I've worked production on some Joe Budden shows. And stuff
Quite a
like
few.
that. Yeah, like probably 5 at this point. And it's crazy because I listened to Joe Budden growing up, and now like I consider us friends.
Well, he's not friends.
We're friends. Me and Joe Budden. This guy's
So, yeah.
dreams,
Hey,
man.
check this shit out.
Me and Joe Budden are friends, dude.
We were in Atlanta at A3C. All right, so we did A3C. We did a promo thing with The Source. They had a A3C showcase, and they had Switzer Sweets.
Switzer Sweets,
the
they had-
Source,
Source,
and they had us. They had Young Baca Production. All right, and we said we had a big ass banner.
We had a banner.
It says that we will book you in California. We will book you in California, and people will come up and be like, tell us, because if all these people invested in themselves to go to A3C, they put money up to be there. The hotel, the flight, just the wristband to be at that festival costs money. So we needed to be part of that to let people know, hey, we put on these showcases. If you're part of A3C or an artist that want to, you could come to California. All you have to say, give us your email, give us a little information, and all you have to say is, hey, I met you guys at A3C. You got a free set. Because we want to build that relationship with you. Okay. All right. So we did this whole thing with them over there, and I'm kind of forgot where I was going with it. The Joe Budden. All right. So we did the whole event, and then we found out while we were there, because every little shop in this whole area in Atlanta, they're doing showcases. Imagine this right here. All these little shops right here had a different showcase.
Wow.
And there's different artists, dope artists, all right? Yeah. So Baca is a Joe Budden fan, all right? And our ass is over here, all right? Our ass over here, bro, said, let's go see Joe. All right, he's 2 doors down at Space 22. Let's go check him out, all right? It was a beautiful, clear night.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud. We go over there. We listen to this guy rapping. It started fucking pouring.
Like coming down like thunderstorm. He was going through some stuff.
All right. And I'm talking about this guy.
Guys
It's all
been through a lot of
depressing.
breakups, man.
All right. And we're sitting there, and we're blessed, and we're spoiled because we could go to. We got Lil Boozy right at the end of the street. We could go see Lil Boozy. We got everybody performing, and my brother Antoine, he comes up. He goes right behind Baca. Baca goes, yo, this is whack. Joe heard that shit. We know that.
It's a small venue. It's super small venue, dude. Yeah.
It's very intimate. Baca was loving it.
I was loving it,
He was
man.
catching all his tears
Yeah,
and shit.
man. He was going through some stuff. I've been there before.
And Black goes, man, this shit's whack. Let's get the fuck out of here.
He looked at me and said, I'm ready to go. And we go, and it was a great time. Man.
Yo, it was funny, but it was fucking pouring when
That's
that guy.
crazy.
And once he was done rapping, that shit stopped raining, dude. Yeah, he fucked up the weather for us.
God damn, that movie.
But it was real fun, man. Real fun that trip.
Yeah.
Damn. I fucking feel you with that, man. So,
How painful was that thing in your nose?
It's like a shot. Like,
Okay.
like getting a shot.
You just do
Then-
it for looks?
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Just a little look.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. See, I'm 28. I'm out of that like
The-
age range now, dude. Yeah. You go to CSUN as well?
Yeah, man.
Dope.
CSUN.
What do you study at CSUN?
I'm going for systems and operations management.
Do you know the
Dope.
Foncast podcast?
The Funk Cast? No.
No, Foncast.
Voncast.
Foncast.
Yeah.
No.
It's another guy that he does a podcast at
the
CSUN.
library.
We went
You know
there
what? I
about a week ago.
think I've heard of it.
Okay, dope.
I think I've heard. Is it a black guy, right?
It's an Asian man.
Asian man.
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Never
Asian.
mind.
You were
I think there's
close.
Some other one.
Yeah, you're close.
Because there's another guy that's starting one.
I think
that
everyone that
know
goes to CSUN either does a podcast or they rap or they're a DJ.
mostly DJs.
Yeah,
I would say.
CSUN's crazy.
I would say
dude.
DJs the most.
Yeah, it's
You
not-
part of their club?
No, I don't do shit there.
No?
I just go for my
You're
classes
above
and I
that stuff,
leave.
huh?
No, I just don't have time. Like
Okay.
I'm doing this and I work full time. So
There you
it's
go.
like
What do you work at?
I work at dealerships.
There you go. You sell
It's-
cars?
Sell cars?
No.
Oh.
I'm like I put on a film to protect the paint. That's pretty much
No,
my
just
only
lie to
job.
people for now. Just say, yeah, sell cars.
Yeah.
Just lie. That's all. I do
Yeah.
it all the time. Just lie.
a car salesman.
You know, I do marketing. So I went to a car dealership. I went over to Vista Ford in Woodland Hills, and I walked over there, and I said, "Hey, listen, you guys don't have to pay me, hourly or anything, but I really believe I could come here on a fucking Sunday and sell a couple cars. I just want to have the challenge of selling a car." And I said, "You don't have to pay me. Just give me the commission. Give me a small commission. We could split commission.
Right.
I just want to have the rush of not knowing shit about a fucking car and have you fucking buy a car off me."
Word up.
These guys would fucking sat there and laughed their ass off. And they're like, "Nah, bro, you have to go through our classes. We have a
Yeah.
whole script for you." And I'm like, no, bro, check it. You can keep the script. I just want to give me your uniform and shit. I'll go out there. You guys don't have to pay me shit. No break. Don't worry about breaks. I'll go and tell.
You got to give the context. You have a relationship with this guy, right?
Huh?
You
Yeah. I
bought
knew
some
the guy
cars off this
because my family had bought a lot of cars from
And
this
he's
guy.
been in the business for 45
Something
years,
years,
like that.
yeah.
And then this guy comes in off the street
He
and says,
said,
I
"I
can
can
buy
do
a
it.
car." This
I can
guy
do this
dedicated
shit.
his whole life to selling cars. His whole life.
Yeah,
to
motherfucker
always
got all
selling
these
cars.
certificates
Yeah.
and medals and
And
shit.
then this guy
I was
walks
like,
off
I can
the
do this
street.
shit.
He walks in off the street. and said, "Hey, I
with
can sell
sandals
some
on.
cars."
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell these some fucking cars. I could sell a couple Mustangs on a Sunday. Let me get this shit. Yo, it was funny. They're like, nah.
No.
So, no,
No.
man. I have to go to like
No, yeah,
Pico's
there-
corner.
you need
everybody finances corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's like what's that thing called? Like a license. You need a license.
Oh, I'll
yeah.
fucking buy a
License to sell
license.
cars?
Yeah, you need a
That's
license.
Yeah,
crazy.
hell yeah,
I didn't
man.
know that.
I'll
need a
buy
license for everything.
I'll
Yeah.
buy that shit. But
I'm always interested. What podcast do you guys listen to? What do you listen to? You just listen to yourself talking all the time?
Fuck no. After the editing process, I'm fucking trying to not hear myself talking
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
tough. That is tough.
Pod Save America, the Joe Budden podcast.
yo, that one's tough to listen to.
So this is the
Joe
thing.
Budden?
I'm
Yeah.
a big Joe Budden fan,
Uh-huh.
but I can't listen to podcasts.
Me neither.
I don't think it's good. I don't think there's direction. I think it's kind of sloppy. There's not things that I'm interested in. It's tough. And I'm
Wasn't he doing the podcast with it was like four people?
He does a TV show, State of the Culture.
No. Okay, but
Oh,
it wasn't
Everyday
just
Struggle?
him. It was
it's his boys. It's Maul. It's
Rory
Bull,
and
yeah.
Park.
yeah, and then he bounced from that, right, or something.
No,
like
that was Everyday Struggle. He bounced from.
okay.
Yeah,
And then now he's doing his own thing.
Now
Yeah, Bill Smith
he's been
on my
doing the
friend
podcast.
slump.
He was doing the podcast
I
parallel
don't keep
to
up with
Everyday
Joe
Struggle.
Budden like that.
I don't even pronounce his name right half the time.
I appreciate you guys doing the podcast, man. It means a lot. When does this podcast come out?
Fantastic question.
Okay, but it comes out more than a week from now.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah. 2 weeks.
So do you want to say what we got going on at the shop?
Yeah, we got a lot of
This
shit. I
comes
don't
out
think
in a
Slum. Yeah. Oh, then perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
So we are now partners with the B-side show. We're part owners now.
Dope.
So we're gonna come in there and change the game. Help with the game and contribute with what all of us need to do.
What are you guys trying to do with it?
We're trying to expand
we
it,
have
bro.
different stuff, man. So the front for the B-side shop in West Covina, the front of the storefront is a actual storefront. We sell clothing, we sell CDs,
Yes.
we sell albums, finals. We're going to start selling a lot more stuff. The back is a studio recording.
It has a recording studio.
Okay.
And that's you've been to the B-side shop.
Yeah, I have.
We do the B-side forum, we do the B-side show. So we're offering.
Right now we're remodeling.
We're remodeling right now as we speak. 2 of the walls are going to be white. 2 of the walls are going to be green for green screen. So people come through, do music videos. People come through and do
Photo
a
shoots.
podcast, photo shoots. It's infinite possibilities of things we could do, man.
Get in the studio, record.
You got the exclusive, man. There you go. You got the exclusive,
Hey,
man. B-side shop,
drop.
Young Baca Productions is official, you know?
That's
Yeah.
fucking dope, man.
We're doing that.
That sounds great.
And that's something extra that we're adding to the catalog that we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, as it stood, it was already a pretty impressive place, but now it's just, I feel like it's evolving to kind of fit these new mediums, you know?
Yeah, we're just trying to set it up.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm excited to see how it ends up looking.
Dope.
That's gonna be real good. What do you think about that, Slum? And Slum knows the B-side since the birth of it.
Yeah. I think that's a great look. You know what I'm saying?
Word
I think
up.
people are gonna hate more though now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if they haven't already, but it is what it is. You know
Wait
what
till
I'm
they see
saying?
the logo.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta put the pride to the side, bro.
Yo, shout out to the B-Shot Shop. Make sure you go there and support local hip hop. You know, buy a shirt, buy a CD. You know, support.
And then I'll be there all day Monday and all day Wednesday if you want to come say what's up to Young Baca. If you want to get your clothing in the store, if you want to get your CDs in there, if you have an idea of something else you want to sell at the shop, make sure you come holler at us, man, at B-Side Shop, 626 at B-Side Show, at B-Side Forum. And of course, Young Baca Productions, Cali Waves Music Group,
Yeah.
Slum the Resident.
Yeah, you want to talk about some music, Slum?
Yeah, we got music. We got music popping. You know, my demographic is street niggas. You know what I'm saying? I got these crazy guys coming out of the woodworks in New York that I have no clue who they are. Nigga had
Fuck with
missing
you.
teeth, straight out the pen.
story, Slum.
He was like, "Yo, Slum's performing." I was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
let me
Slum."
Let me tell this story. You can't even do it justice
bro.
because he's a little embarrassed.
No.
I'm standing outside of the Star Bar. It is 11 o'clock in a dicey part of Brooklyn. This white man who
He's
has...
not a white dude though. He was Mexican.
Okay, excuse me. I didn't mean to offend
That's
you.
why I'm talking to him.
I didn't mean to offend your fans. This Mexican man that has 4 teeth in his mouth comes up to me. He said, "Slum performing?" I said, "What?" He said, "Slum performing." I said, "What?" He said, "It's Slum performing." I'm all over this. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever.
He's like, yo.
Yeah, Slum's president. He says, "It costs to get in." I said, "You good, man?
You're
Go
good.
on
Just
in."
get your ass
He
in
walks in. I said, "Slum, your fan is here." Slum's looking at this guy like he's
Who the fuck?
nuts. He doesn't. You didn't know that guy, did you?
No.
I had no clue who the fuck he was.
But he
bro.
came out. He came out and supported
I had
and
no
wanted
clue
to
he
see
was.
Slum.
So after I performed and everything, I went outside and
Yo, he got
chopped
us
it up
all
with dude.
faded.
Yeah, I went outside. I chopped it up with dude. He smoked me out with some weed. I gave him a cigarette. He was telling me that he's originally from San Diego and that he's a South Sider. Like he was in the pen, and after he got out the pen in Cali, he moved to New York to try to like change his life around, but. He stays intact with everything.
But he saw that Slum was performing in
I was like,
Brooklyn.
yo, my
Yeah.
guy, I fuck with
It
you,
was
bro.
dope. It was dope. He got us all faded. I remember that.
You guys probably should have smoked that weed, man. We also had. Here you go. I got a picture of Slum the Resident and the Scat. I don't even know if I've shown you this picture before.
Nah, man, that's crazy. I
Yeah,
didn't
Baca's a
remember
little funny with the pictures.
No, I said you want to take a picture with Slum.
That's him.
That's him.
That's him. Look.
I said you want to take a picture with Slum, and he said, "Let's
Brooklyn,
do it."
bro.
That's Brooklyn.
Hey.
Brooklyn, shout out.
We also had another special guest that my boy Lego ain't here, but I'm gonna tell a story for him. We're on the 6 train coming back from the Bronx.
Shit.
I don't know if she was homeless, but this woman who could quite possibly be homeless.
But first of all, tell him what time. It was super, super late.
it was super late. It was what time was it? About 1 a.m.
It was late.
It was something like that.
He was falling asleep.
He was falling asleep.
No, it wasn't. It was early. We were on our way to the show.
No, we went on.
No. No. The next
It was the
day
day
she
before.
showed up. The next day she showed up to the next show.
Wait.
Either way,
Yeah.
either way, this woman that
On the train,
on the 6 train coming from Bronx,
looking like she had a tough day.
she might be homeless. She might
Tough
not be.
life.
She might be in a halfway house, something like that. She sits next to Lego. Lego's falling asleep, and she won't shut the hell up. She's talking to Lego about this. Lego says, "Oh yeah, you should come to our show." You know, Lego tells women to come to the show all the time. No woman's ever showed up. This woman, who I'm quite possibly, I know, you know what? I know she's homeless. Showed up to the show.
First of all, she looked a lot better than she looked on the train.
Oh,
She
yeah, I'm
showed
sure
up.
she did.
She dressed up.
she
showed up to the
dressed
show.
up for Lego, and she said, "I'm here." And
Hey,
Lego
Lego.
didn't know what the hell to think, man.
Yeah, but we were all laughing.
It was,
we thought it was the funniest
the
shit.
greatest moment ever.
Bro, how about that? How about that girl that just rolled up and act like she was a security and she was grabbing niggas' dicks, bro?
What the
Like,
Wait,
bro,
what? Hold on.
Bro.
No, she was security.
No, was she a security?
She was security for the second offense. She said that people been getting cut Trust me, I know because she grabbed my balls. It was one of the most awkward things I've ever
I seen her
seen.
do it like 3 times. I was like, yo, well, not to you, but like to other individuals. I was like, yo, this lady's crazy. I didn't even know she worked there. I thought
In Brooklyn?
Yeah,
The social butterfly.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she just pulled up and just stood in
Started
front of her
grabbing
and
guys'
started
dicks.
patting people down, bro. Like,
Damn.
So the social butterfly, we have our show, and then at 11 it turns into a club. So we do an all-these show. But I guess there was an incident. Somebody might have got knifed. So she was on it super tough. So I've been there all night. I walk out. I begin to walk back in. She pushes me in the chest and she says, hold up.
Hold
nigga."
up, hold up.
And she doesn't ask me to turn around. She grabs my waist and she turns me around. And then I don't have no other way to say it. She grabs my balls and she's looking for a knife. And I said, what's going on? I said, I was just sitting here. She said, I ain't seen you all night, nigga. So I went in, man. It was good times. I enjoyed myself.
crazy, bro. That shit was nuts, man.
She looked like Mandy Fresh, right?
Yeah, she did look like Manny
Fresh.
Yeah, New York, man. New York has a lot of stories, a lot of good stories.
Damn.
That's just
So you guys have a pretty. How long has it been going on for?
Young Baca Productions going on for almost 5 years.
5 years?
5 years. That's pretty
Yeah.
prolific
That scares
for
me,
only
man.
5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, 5 years. It started off with 2 shows a month. I was doing shows before. I had 498 The Fam
Right.
events. I was doing many shows before. So we had to change the game a little bit. And we did Young Baca Productions. And we were doing a couple shows a month. And then it expanded to about 4. And then it went to like 6. And now we're at 20 plus shows a month doing it. So it's a process. You know what I mean? We have a formula. And it's about just building it with the right people at the right time and stuff, and expanding, always expanding, and thinking about what else can we do, what else can we add to this. So we never try to reinvent the wheel; we just try to add to the wheel.
Right.
So,
That's good.
but and you just like music wise, like Slum has a couple new videos out. My City,
Yeah.
1st and 15th. He has that out.
I got My City filmed here in L.A. 1st and 15th. We filmed it in New York, shot by Sushi and Apollo, and then I also have Bang featuring
Bang.
Sino. We filmed that in Queensbridge.
Queensbridge, yeah.
So you know what I'm
So-
saying. Then we got music that we've been working on. You know when we out of town.
Yeah, we got a lot of good
we
stuff.
We got stuff working.
And then
we're working on.
for 498, we have, Kobe's out. We have Table Full of Bosses is out, which is a dope project. We
Ocean
have
Waves.
Ocean Waves is out. That's a dope. When we have video, we just have a new video called Voodoo. It just dropped. You could just check that out. VOODOO
Yeah.
498 The Fam.
Just type up 498 The Fam and
It'll
you'll
pop up.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna drop some new music. I've been in the studio lately, just finishing up mixing and mastering stuff. Shout out to Bishop. That's my engineer. Him and I, we've been working for many years together. So we've been finishing up on a couple of projects.
The one with the one that's you're coming up with the heat makers.
Oh, Heat Makers, we're still in the process. We're still working on music. The project's not done. We're going to go back over there. We're probably going to knock out like 2 more songs with them when we get back to New York. We'll go back later in the year and work out some more music. So I'm hoping by the end of the year, because right now his schedule is, shout out to Heat Makers. They got a lot of good things. They has Jim Jones, El Chapo about to drop. Then he has also Cameron, the program too.
Oh wow! So
All right.
And then he just dropped Gorilla Glue with
Gorilla Glue, Fred the
and,
Godson.
Joel Ortiz.
Ortiz, yeah.
Oh, okay, he's gonna.
All right, so he has, and then we're gonna get our turn later in the at the end of the year.
That's gonna be a real good look.
Yeah. It's
I'm
a real
excited
good
to hear
look.
that Heat Makers joint on the 498 track, man. The
Yeah.
Heat Makers tag, the 2 girls saying Heat Makers. But yeah, man, it's been exciting stuff, man. We in the studio. As soon as we walked up the studio, the Heat Makers studio in New York, Joel Ortiz was there, Jim Jones sort of later, stuff like that, man. Michael puts us in some really good positions, man. So
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're just building relationship, building these projects, and doing it right. I believe in April I'm gonna drop a project. Slums on the project. It's a 498 produced by 498. It has Hell Rel. We have Hell Rel. We have Sin City. Part of 730 Dips from Dipset.
Okay.
And then we got Slum on that there, and we got 498 on it. So we're gonna drop that. We're gonna go back to New York, dropping that new single, showing New York love. I think it's gonna get us some love out there while we're out there, because we just dropped that.
Word.
But then so just promotion, and then when we get in there, we're gonna work on some more Slums album plus the Heat Maker joints. So we got a couple things.
So like, would you say like the year would be really focused on like creating more of that East Coast presence while also maintaining and improving upon what you got going on here on the West?
I think that if you're talking about just building relationships or the music,
relationships. I guess.
relationships,
Yeah.
I think it's happening all around the board. We're just continuing building our relationships. Shout out to Cameron Killa, just dope. Gave me an opportunity to get in the studio, let him hear what we were doing, and that all came from Sin City. We were doing I was doing a song with Sin City out in California, and Cameron called Sin while we were in the studio, and Cam was like, "Yo, what's that song in the background?" And he's like, "Yo, these are my young Cali cats."
Oh wow.
And then Cam was like, "Oh yeah, I like that. Yo, book them for tomorrow for 6 hours."
Oh wow.
Damn.
So
That's dope.
the guy said, "Yo, I got Killer on the phone. He wants you guys in the studio. He wants to hear your music. He likes what we're doing right here. Blah blah." And I didn't know he was on the phone for a good like 30, 40 minutes. Because we were still recording the other parts, and his part was already done, and he was just having the phone listening to it, and then we showed up the next day. We were banging out some music, letting them the owner of the studio hear us, because at the end of the day, a lot of these studio owners, they get a lot of artists in there,
Right.
so we were just showing them some beats. So hopefully he could be like, "Oh, that's just dope. Let me get you in here to check out my other artists."
Yeah.
So we went in there. Cameron came in, listened to the music while he was eating his food, and then it was go time. And then it was, Killer has his rules. I was able to ask a few questions. I was picking his brain. You know what I mean? One of the funny questions I asked him, he was outside smoking a Black and Mild, and he was writing his verse. He's not writing it down. He's just memorizing his verse. So he was saying bars after bars, remembering it, adding on to it. And I said, "Yo, Killer, I got $50,000. What do I do with it? How could I flip this?" And he goes, "You only got 50,000?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Put that shit back in the streets and let that thing flip." And I was like, "No, Killer, I ain't trying to put that back in the streets." But he was word. "Is that all you have? Then put that back in the streets and flip it." So, but yeah, I sat there and I just picked his brain, asked him questions and stuff like that. Watch him record, and that was dope. You know what I mean? Hear him telling me, "Yo, that shit's trash right there. Play me the next beat."
Damn.
Yo, this and that. Just hearing his feedback and stuff like that.
Right.
So after that, right there, I kind of got the thumbs up. Like if I wanted to go to New York and mess with certain people, I could work with people from Dipset and stuff like that. And now it's reachable. I can mess with these people. So I build relationships, bro, and do good business. Try to keep people happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work with each other, and it pans out. You know what I mean? We're trying to get to Atlanta. I'm trying to get a Slum the Resident on OJ the Juice Man joint.
That'd be
You know what I mean? So it's all a process, man. We're working on it. And so, but it's just our body of work. That's one thing that's really dope. We could come there and be like, "Yo, this is what we're doing," and they could take a look at it and they could say, "Yeah, I rock with it," or "I don't rock with it." And we've been blessed with. They say, "Yo, I like what you're doing.
Definitely.
I see that you guys are progressing and grinding.
Right.
We'll jump on and grind with you."
Definitely.
Yeah, how'd you guys all meet? Like, who was the one that brought this together?
No, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Brought
I saved his life.
Slum Resident did save my life the first time I booked him. So.
how they met each other.
I was a fan of Slum Resident, so I liked his music. We had a show with Vasquez actually in. This is before it was Young Baca Productions. This is me just trying to get in the game, and I got in a fight.
This
with
is
somebody.
Baca. This is Baca battle rap Baca.
I got in a fight with somebody because I was drunk and I was 21. I didn't know how to act, and I was fighting two guys. One of the guys went to go swing a ball stool over my back, and some resident put his hand out and it stopped it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's how they link.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you guys didn't even know each other before?
Well, I kind of knew Baca. I knew the idiots that were trying to jump him.
Oh, okay.
And I just was like,
He was just a fan of mine at the time.
Yeah,
We didn't
I
know
was
each
a
other.
fan.
that well.
I was a fan of Baca. But nah, yeah, like I knew Baca, and then I knew the idiots that were doing that, so I just didn't want it, to escalate any further. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew both parties and shit. But at the end of the day, I knew these niggas wasn't playing fair. So me off top, I just had to step in and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I did because you know what I'm saying. I think me stepping in,
De-escalated.
Like, it didn't escalate. Like they pumped their brakes. Like
Right.
I mean, I'm not. I don't think I oppose a threat or anything, but I don't think they really wanted a problem with me either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think that's where it just ended, and I'm glad it did. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And I'll say this: that Slum and I, just being part of the scene, I came across because Slum was grinding. You know, Slum and I were probably on a lot of shows together.
Yeah, we did a lot of
You know?
shit together, bro.
A lot of shows, but this is a true fact.
Oh yeah,
All right, Slum didn't fuck with me.
Nah, bro. I used to not really like sushi.
He didn't like me.
You know,
so?
I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? For one,
Talk that shit. Tell the
for
truth.
one- no.
Listen
for
to
one,
shit.
for
These are
one-
facts right
For one,
here.
look, for one, because there's a nigga in my hood that kind of resembles him, and we have a beef.
All right.
We have a beef, and I fought with this dude twice already. So you know, off top, I was already like, I used to tell my girl like, "Yo, Nikki, hey man, fucking sushi reminds me of that nigga Bam Bam, dude," and I just feel like, damn, like I don't even want to be around him because I feel like I'm getting heated. And this was like when.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah. This was like I think we were still doing like shows with like 4, I believe, or
Okay.
shit like that. But then he was always, you know, I know he was always.
I was always trying to like say
He
shit.
always had like
I had a plan.
yeah, and I think he had best interest for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was always trying to like dissect me and figure out what I want to do and try to see where I was going. And me being an ignorant ass dude, I was just like, yo, you trying to tell me all this, bro? Like, why don't you utilize all that stuff that you trying to tell me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get there, then holler.
I'll
bro.
holler
Like,
at you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that, you know? But then, after, I mean, we you know, we did so many things together. You know, we worked at shows. You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? Worked with different people. We've done shows together. And then I guess, I mean, yeah, like after a while, I mean.
So what happened is that Slum was listening to shit that I was saying. It wasn't registering. He was saying like at the time, like, you know, if that shit work, why isn't that working for you? Blah blah. You know, practice what you preach. All that shit. All right.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
once everything started moving,
Right.
you know, Baca and I started doing this shit, and we started doing these shows, and these shows started getting bigger and bigger. Slum, I think what I believe is Slum saw that motherfuckers, he's onto something. There's something. There's something there.
Yeah, so
and then Slum got more involved. Like we asked Slum. I remember Baca and I were talking, and I said, "Yo, let's let Slum be the host." And Baca was like, "What? Fucking, we ain't gonna put Slum as a fucking host. He's gonna say fuck this person. This person's whack." And I said, "That's what we want. We want that element.
Great,
We're
yeah.
adding something else to the show.
Definitely.
We're adding a bad guy to the show. Let Slum talk his shit." And I would sit in the back of the room and bust my ass off. Slum would be like, "Yo, you motherfuckers lip singing over songs, da da da." And that motherfucker just got off stage lip singing the
I've
song.
seen
So I
it.
kind of toned that down a bit, you know what I'm saying? Because
He got more professional with it.
Word.
All right?
Oh,
Now
have
he's
you
saying,
had
"Yo,
someone
G."
get mad at you because of that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get it all the time.
I took the hat off of some kid and threw it at his face. I'm really glad I didn't like punch him dead in his face. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But
yeah,
there's learning experience.
Yeah,
you know the
yeah,
shit.
yeah, there was a learning
but
curve.
Slum in the beginning didn't believe that, you know, I was just somebody else in the scene and shit like that,
Yeah.
which I was at the time, just another person.
But he
And,
had a plan, and
right.
I just wasn't seeing the plan. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And I'm thankful, and I'm very grateful that he could have easily been like, "Man, fuck this nigga, bro. I talked to him too many times, and he gives me the same fucking shitty ass ignorant attitude. Fuck this guy, bro. I don't, because you heard in the beginning, bro. I reach out to people, they don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
That's it. Later. And I could have easily fucked myself off, and I'm grateful.
But we're
that I
grinding,
didn't.
bro. And now Slum's been to Canada. Slum's been to New York multiple times.
And I was
all over the place.
Bro, we
all
was drunk,
over.
We was drunk at the fucking at that bar in Vegas. I was like, bro, we were having a great old time. I was like, bro, I used to hate you, sushi.
And that's why that bar, this stage door bar.
Stage door.
Every time we go to Vegas, we always stop by there. That's our bar, because at the end of the day, that's hip hop right there.
Yeah, bro.
You know, us having those moments
Yeah.
that my man could right here talk his shit and says, "You know what? I didn't fuck with you, but guess what? I'll fuck with you now. We're doing it,
bro.
and
You
we
know what I'm saying?
believe."
like off top, and I've told
We
him,
all believe in each
I've
other,
told
dude.
him, I've told Baca, like I've even told Buddy, like, yo, at the end of the day, bro, we're a team, we're a family, and,
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, we've came a long way, and we had our differences, and we didn't share the same visions, but now we all on the same fucking page.
And it's working.
I wouldn't have it any other way, bro.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I love my squad. I wish Lego was here.
Shout out to Lego. There was I tell this story all the time.
Lego's so
Shout out to Buddy.
Sushi texted me and said we should give $2,000 to the best MC, and I'm at home thinking at 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking, what the fuck? How are we gonna give $2,000? And he made a blueprint, and it happened. And he said we should fly the best MC out to New York. And I said, what the fuck, dude? This guy, what are you talking about? And now we're here, dude. And the man tells me a lot of stuff, and I listen to 95% of it, and the 5% I do my own thing, and I regret it. Kind of like my tattoo on my own. So.
Yo, that's how I know Baca's loyal. Baca let me tattoo him, and I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
I was talking about tattoo on my arm. Tattoo on my legs, cool.
Yeah. But we went to Vegas.
Yeah.
So we got an Airbnb in Vegas.
No.
It's the whole crew's there, the whole team. So I said, you know what? What could we do besides us going to a bar and going to gamble and just fuck around like that?
Right.
We're gonna do that anyways.
Yeah.
But let's do something else that we're all gonna remember doing.
Yeah.
So I got a tattoo artist to come to the Airbnb, and everybody got tattoos. All right.
my God.
Baca got the fucking prison tattoo.
Most of my tattoos. All my tattoos are prison tattoos.
All right, and then we all got tattoos. You know, Lego. He cried. He didn't just cry a little bit. He cried and got himself a tattoo. Everybody is Slum. Everybody, the whole crew did. Everybody took turns getting a tattoo, that's a bonding thing. It's us. We're gonna remember that shit. And it was worth it. The amount of money we paid was worth it. And we got fucked up. We got really drunk. It was early. I got a big ass bottle of vodka. By the time it was my turn to get a tattoo, that shit was almost empty. You guys got how big? How big was it?
36 pack.
A 36
pack and a bottle of Hennessy. Like, oh,
yeah.
man.
And I'm talking about we're getting tattoos at 10:30 in the morning, and we're all trash. Doing, and it was cool because later that night we had a show, and we had to put on a show. It was dope. You know what I mean? And then we celebrate after the end of each show. We feel we accomplished it, especially like in New York. The first time we went to New York, and we did our first show, and it was you know, you never know when it's your first time going somewhere new. You never know what to expect. It could be nobody there. Nobody knows who we fucking are. We're coming from all the way from California.
Yeah, I would assume it must be scary going to like this place where you have no real connections and no real experience in.
And that was the thing. We go there and you go there and you see the fucking venue is full, and you're like, oh shit. We got a full fucking venue. I don't know any of these people. They're here to check out what we're doing. It was dope. And then we have Hot 97 over there hosting the show. And so we felt very, very proud. Like at the end when we were done, we all went to go celebrate, to go get more drinks together. And we're looking at each other like, we fucking did it, dude.
Word up.
We took it from a local scene. Now we're in here in New York doing it. And that shit feels good. That, you know. Yeah. And I'm proud of my squad. We did that shit together. We flew together. You know, we partied together. We stayed together. It's dope, man.
Dude, that's beautiful, man. All right, so we gotta like wrap this up a little bit.
Yeah,
just like plug in like whatever you guys are doing. Any shows coming up. This might come out like 2 weeks after today.
Okay, so check it out. All you got to do is if you go on IG, Facebook, Twitter, or .com, just look up Young Baca Production. You're gonna find out we do 20+ shows. In the beginning of each month, we drop our monthly calendar with all the shows that's happening. There's plenty of numbers for you to contact to get a hold of us. Yeah. So it's not hard to get a hold of us. We're always at every show. If you want to come to a show and network with us and build, please do. We always recommend it. Come network. Come out. Like, we're gonna have. By the time they hear this, most likely the airliner might be done. We might have one more show in March in the airliner, but we're gonna be taking the podcast with my man right here. We're gonna be taking it to the Canby. Yeah, and we're gonna continue pumping it, giving new material out, and then we're going to be, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be giving out $2,000 to Tenfold. And that's going to be over at the Harvard Bar, right?
Bar, yep.
What date?
March 8th, Harvard Yard Bar.
For the finals?
For the finals. And then if this comes out after that, we are going to do Cali to New York for the 4th time, I believe it is. Flying the MC to New York City, all expenses paid. Flight, food, hotel. You get interviews with Hot 97, get interviews with Power 105, and you get to rock out 2 shows, Brooklyn, Manhattan. There you go.
Yeah, so we got a lot of things happening, and just keep on looking out. And Slum got new music coming out. Like I said, like in April, we're gonna drop some new music, a new single, showing love to the East Coast. I think that's gonna be a good look for us. Shout out to Cali Waves Music Group. Shout out to 498, Slum the Resident, Young Baca Production, Lego, Stevie D. My man Stevie D is gonna be performing at his high school, I think. You know what I mean? Shout out to Stevie
Yeah.
D.
I like that guy. I met him actually. He's the first person. I met.
Positive dude
Yeah.
right there, right?
Yeah,
He's a hustler.
I was at
He
the bar.
grinds.
He came up to me and just like, "Hey," introduced him. I was like, "This guy's fucking great."
Yeah. He go on. Stevie, he grind. You know, when Baca told me, "Yo, Stevie D," I was like, "Stevie who?" I felt like Soldier Boy. Stevie who? Who is this dude?
Yeah.
But he grind. Like he was like almost like an intern in the beginning. He was just running around. We needed him to go to Staples or Office Depot and go get some shit for us. He'll jump in an Uber and go get it.
Yeah.
Help us run the doors. Help us. He was constantly, and he earned his key.
Yeah.
To be part of the team, for him to travel with us.
Yeah.
He went to New York with us. Where else, Stevie? Did he go to Vegas with us ever?
Yeah, he went to Vegas.
Yeah,
With,
see.
that
Oh
night,
shit.
yeah.
Oh shit. Before we wrapped up.
Did he go to Toronto
yo,
with you or
no. Yo, before we wrapped up, Stevie D fucked up our Airbnb rating.
Really?
All right, he fucked it up.
We had a solid rating. We had a perfect rating for Stevie D got it.
Fucking, we had pictures and everything, but we always cut out his head so people didn't know. But if you could tell by his pale skin, you knew it was Stevie out of the crew. But Stevie party really hard one night, and we thought he was being responsible. We're at the bar, trash, and Stevie said, "You know what, guys? I'm done. I'm tapping out. I'm gonna take a Uber back to the room, back to the Airbnb. I'm done." My brother, also Ruben Space Cadet, he was also on the trip too. He was there back at the Airbnb. Stevie comes in. Stevie had a rough time in the bathroom. so I get a text from my brother. He's like, "Yo, Stevie J is fucked up."
Stevie J the whole trip.
yo, the whole trip he's calling. He's like, "Stevie J is fucked up," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" He sends me a picture of Stevie in the bathroom, passed out, and Stevie threw up everywhere.
That's the
Right?
worst.
So he sent me a picture, and I'm like, "Fuck, this is our yo. Don't worry, Stevie's gonna clean up every fucking bit of that shit." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Yo, he's fucked up, like sick. We're gonna," but we're all laughing. We go back to the fucking room.
Yeah.
My man Slum, he already saw the picture of Stevie and shit. Stevie is still fucking passed out in the bathroom. Slum just fucking pushed that damn door open hard too. That door hit fucking Stevie's head.
Oh god.
Boom.
Poor guy doesn't get a concussion.
That's what
Damn.
woke Stevie up.
That's what woke him up was the head.
Right, hit him in the head. Yo, Stevie, what the fuck?
Shit, son.
And everybody's drunk. You know, everybody's been drunk since fucking 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's now like 2:30 a.m. All right. Yo, that's how we woke up. He's like, "Yo, Stevie, you gotta clean this shit up." My man stayed up, cleaned that shit up, sober up real quick. But but those are stories, man. Those are Young Baca's, traveling stories. But it was fun, man. Really, really fun. Yeah. But that fucked up our Airbnb rating.
He didn't clean it. Like
No, he cleaned it. But at the end of the day, when you go in there, that smell's still there.
You can't get every spot.
No,
Yeah.
you have to. My man Lego, he keeps all his products in his backpack. So I know he had some wipes in there. So,
Yo, man. Lego, shout out to Lego.
Lego.
That nigga pops off like when you need some random shit. He got it, bro.
you're like, yo, anybody got cough drops? I got them.
That nigga runs around with
wipes.
Bengay, with Lysol wipes,
yeah.
with cough drops, bro.
A
Like
backup towel.
oh man, everything, bro.
Yeah, Lego has everything in his
First aid kit, bro.
Yeah, a walking aid. But yo, man, that's us, man. But it was good shit. Thank you for having us,
Thank
bro.
you, man. Thank you guys for coming out, supporting us.
No doubt, no doubt.
Baca Productions, Caliways Music Group,
Thank you.
THD Network. Thank you again.
Check it out. We're working. All right, let's get it.
Yep.